I mean, he's the chairman of the state fair board.
He's a man.
I have the wrong sword.
Oh, there it is. Might not know how to work the switch.
I want to make sure I had told you.
What's that?
Now, I've been pushing it, and it's actually a switch. Yeah, I've been pushing the button, and it's actually an on and off thing. That's funny.
Usually, like, whoever does the pledge stuff.
Okay, it is 9 o'clock, and our IT guy is telling me we are live, and get busy and quit talking and sit down. So here we are. Welcome everyone to our Boyle County Fiscal Court, August 26, 2025, 9 a.m. meeting. The first thing we will do is have our invocation. So I ask that anyone that would like to, if you would bow with me, we'll have our prayer. Heavenly Father, we gather today with a common purpose. We ask for your guidance and wisdom as we begin this meeting. May our discussions be productive, our decisions be sound, and our time together be fruitful. Help us to work together with understanding and respect for one another. May we do the work that honors those who have elected us to these positions. We ask for forgiveness where we fail and guidance for the right direction. May we honor you in all that we do and all that we say in this meeting and in this day. We pray for those men and women that serve our country, and we ask your protection upon them. We pray for our first responders and ask that you provide safety to them as they work to help those that are in need with mental and physical issues. And we ask all of this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. All right, we have a special guest today. Mr. Jackson Brown is here, and he is in the 8th grade at Bate Middle School, and he is the son of Megan Vonlinger and Justin Brown. So, Jackson, if you'll come up here, we will let you lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right.
Good.
Good job. We'll put the picture with you. Yes. Okay. Hang on, I'm looking. Here it is. Sign this certificate now that you have led us in the pledge. All right, Jackson, go back up. We'll get a picture. This is to recognize you for leading the court in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I think that's you for this one.
Yeah, sure. Come back over here. Let you hold part of it. All right.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you.
Now, you are welcome to stay and be entertained, or you can go back to school.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Option C is go get donuts.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, approved prior meeting minutes. We have minutes from August the 12th. We have a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve.
Magistrate Cullen, is there a second? Second by Magistrate Sleeper. Any discussion on the minutes? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Minutes are approved. We have budget transfers, it looks like. Ms. Shannon?
We have budget transfers of $66,881.25.
So moved.
Okay. Have a motion by Magistrate Gay, second by Magistrate Bodner.
I think you had 3 of us.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Cash transfers.
I have transfers from the interest-bearing account to the general fund of $500,000. From the general fund to the jail, $150,000. From the general fund to EMS, $250,000. And from the general fund to fleet, $25,000.
Okay, their motion to approve.
So moved.
Magistrate Gay, second. Magistrate Sleeper, any discussion?
Did we get, I only see 2 in the packet. So did we,
There's like two different
didn't-
tabs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Two different tabs.
But there's like
Some
multiple
below.
on one.
Yeah.
No,
But
You have a
it's
total
still
of
not,
four.
Yeah.
okay. But the $500,000 transfer, is that the one? where-
That's on the second.
It's on the
That's on the
second.
second attachment.
Okay, all right.
Sorry.
Did you find them?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I thought I'd seen it somewhere, but I couldn't find it.
All right, any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Shannon. All right, now we have bills, miscellaneous.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, in your package, you're gonna see a total amount of bills for $187,490.80. We're gonna have one add-on, and that is to Protect for our Sophos firewall protection. It's an annual payment. That is in the amount of $9,247.56. So that will bring our grand total to $196,738.36.
Make a motion, we pay the bills.
Okay, we have a motion by Magistrate Bodnar, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Magistrate Sleeper, any discussion? There was something I was gonna just point out to you all.
You had one of your contributions on there, I saw.
Pay, which one?
Veterans.
Yes, that's, yeah, page 2, Heritage Hospice for Veterans Appreciation Lunch. And, sorry I didn't get to highlight these this time, I usually would have that ready for you. That may have been it. Okay, all right. Any other questions?
No, thank you for highlighting those for us, we appreciate it.
Yeah. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, old business, we have ordinance 350.2.1, and Attorney Herron, are you covering that?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, this is a second reading for 350.21. It's an ordinance amending the revised flood damage prevention standards and attendant administrative procedures for the County of Boyle, Commonwealth of Kentucky. It's not a big change, just had to change substantial improvement within the definition. So we had to do that to be able to get our potential assistance if we have a flood. So I'm asking that we approve that.
I move we approve the second reading of ordinance number 350.2.1.
Have a motion by Magistrate Gay,
Second.
second by Magistrate Cullen. Any discussion? All those in favor of approving the second reading of ordinance number 350.2.1 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Okay, next ordinance 920.28.
Yes, 920.28 is amending 920.70. It's an ordinance amending the text for the unincorporated area of Boyle County, Commonwealth of Kentucky, relating to the Boyle County zoning ordinance 920.70. And basically what this ordinance does, it added a provision where there's a planning commission meeting or at City Hall that the architect or whatever can come in with permission from the owner and argue the case for any changes to the planning and zoning of a particular piece of property, and not necessarily have the owner, him or herself, come in. So it's pretty simple.
Make a motion, we approve ordinance number 920.28.
Okay,
Second.
have a motion by Magistrate Bodnar, a second by Magistrate Ellis.
Second reading, I should say.
Okay. Any discussion?
And this is also in lieu of having to have an attorney present, correct?
Correct. Because, I mean, the architect's going to know it best.
Yeah.
Okay. All those in favor of approving the second reading of ordinance number 920.28 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries.
When I said architect,
Thank
it
you.
also engineer.
Engineer.
Correct, yes.
Okay, now we move to new business, and we have the rural heart lung. Is that anybody in here?
I can speak on them. Yeah. Part of that. Part of that.
Okay, are they not here, Master Sleeper? Okay,
They're not out there, so.
okay, all right. Sure, Brent, come talk to us.
All right.
We always like to hear you talk.
I appreciate it. Really excited about this one. This is a rural heart lung. I think you all probably heard a little bit about this before. Right now, the construction is actually starting or started in Millennium Park. They're bringing the, I call it the semi, but the equipment in soon. And this project will be going soon, offering free heart and lung evaluations for people in Boyle and Garrett County. And what I really like too is they follow up. So after you get that initial, they follow up with you, you stay in that for a while. I'm excited about it. But first, you never get anything free like this.
Yeah.
And the equipment they're bringing in is very extensive. It's going to be a good deal. So really appreciate your all support with that too.
They were at the Balloon Festival, I saw.
Yes. Yeah, they're good. And I think they're going to be in town a couple more days this week, so you might see them around. But when you see that big semi by the soccer fields in Millennium, that's what the deal is there. So definitely stop in. If nothing else, say hi, let them know you're a magistrate. And we appreciate y'all's support.
And how do you participate?
Well, you just sign up.
You sign up,
Yeah, there's
okay.
a couple ways to sign up. I think they're going to be at the event on Thursday, I believe, Kathy, yes. So you can sign up there. I
Okay.
think you can go online too and sign up.
Okay.
And once you're,
QR code.
Online, okay, so
There you go.
in person or online?
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah,
What
so
equipment do they have on board?
they're doing a couple different scans that normally you would have to go to a hospital type setting. I can't tell you exactly the name of them, but it's that level. It's not just that you walk in and talk to somebody, you get scanned and then you talk to somebody, you're talking to nurses and different health people, so it's a great thing.
And then they're communicated with afterward?
They
a week,
are.
10 days?
They are, well, actually it goes on longer than that, like 6 months to a year or something. So it's an extensive piece and it can really help people. If they find something, it can really help some people avoid something right up
Yeah.
front that could become worse down the road, so.
I think they have a suggested age they're looking.
25 to 64.
That's
You have
what
to
I
be
say.
between 25 and 64 to
Yeah.
participate in the
Yes,
subject.
that's what I thought.
Right. So appreciate y'all's support. Really appreciate Magistrate Sleeper's support on this. He's been involved in this. And it's a good thing for this county and for
Yes.
Garrett County too.
Yes.
It's a great thing. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, Brent. Appreciate the information. All right, we've got 3 proclamations today, and the first one is Overdose Awareness Day. And I asked Kathy Miles if she would be here today to receive this proclamation because she's the one that helped Boyle County to have the, and my brain's gonna leave me, Kathy, what's it called? Our certification.
Oh, the first recovery.
Yeah, recovery ready, recovery ready, thank you,
Kentucky,
yeah,
yes,
recovery ready.
yeah, so.
And so I wanted to have Kathy here to receive this proclamation. So this is International Overdose Awareness Day. Whereas International Overdose Awareness Day is observed each year on August 31st to raise awareness of overdose, reduce the stigma of drug-related deaths, and acknowledge the grief felt by families and friends whose loved ones have died or suffered permanent injury due to drug overdose. And whereas overdose is now a leading cause of injury-related death in the United States, affecting people of all backgrounds, ages, and communities, with synthetic opioids and other substances contributing to a public health crisis that touches countless families. And whereas recognizing the signs of overdose and increasing access to prevention, treatment, recovery, and harm reduction services are essential steps toward saving lives and building healthier, more resilient communities. And whereas we acknowledge the strength and courage of those in recovery, honor the lives of those we have lost, and stand in solidarity with the families, friends, health professionals, first responders, and advocates working tirelessly to prevent overdose deaths. Whereas by observing International Overdose Awareness Day, we can reduce the stigma surrounding substance use disorders and inspire hope for change, compassion, and healing. Now therefore, I, Trilly L. Bottom, Boyle County Judge Executive, and the Boyle County Fiscal Court do hereby proclaim August 31st, 2025 as International Overdose Awareness Day in Boyle County, Kentucky. We encourage all citizens to remember those we have lost, support those in recovery, and commit to advancing education, prevention and compassionate action to end the overdose epidemic. In witness thereof, I have attached my hand and caused the seal of Boyle County to be affixed this 26th day of August 2025. So, Kathy, if you want to have anything to say, we'll get a picture here for Miss Julie, and then I'll let you speak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Picture first.
Yeah, we'll get a picture first. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, you can go this way.
Yeah.
Right there, perfect. First wants to block facing.
Sorry.
It's weird when you have a face kind of poking through. Jason's down.
Photo bomber.
Thank you for all the work that you do, and thank you, George.
Thank you, yay. Thank you all very much. I'll say a quick word.
Yep.
We appreciate that you all recognize the importance of this. We appreciate all you do throughout the year to help deal with the drug crisis that has hit Boyle County and America pretty hard in the last several years. We are particularly thankful, I know you're going to hear from Terry later, we are particularly thankful that you all have invested what you have in EMS and crisis response team. It's making a huge difference. We evaluate those numbers in every ASAP meeting in every month. We look at what's happening locally, so we can't tell you all how much we appreciate that. Last year in 2024, we went down to 10 overdose deaths in Boyle County, of Boyle County residents, compared to 2023, which was 17. That's not by accident. That takes a lot of work, and that means carrying Narcan. That means getting the word out about treatment. It means prevention. It means all those kind of things. So it's everybody is a piece of this puzzle. What we're going to do Thursday, you're invited to come at 3 o'clock. We have an expungement clinic. Chris, you'll be interested to know that as of Friday, we already have, it's going to be packed. We already have over 30 people signed up to come and talk about and find out from attorneys who are volunteering their time what their options are about expunging their records so they can be fully included in the life of our community. There's a free dinner at 5:30. We have lots of resource people there between 3 and 5:30, including Ephraim McDowell will be there doing health screens. The Rural Heart and Lung Study will be there. So lots of other people. And then at 6:45 is the program. It's a time to remember, a time to act. So what we try to do with that is to bring both support for families who are still grieving the loss of their loved ones and grieving the fact their loved ones are still in active addiction. And then also at the end talk about what we can do. So we try to leave people with here's all the sadness, here's what we've been fighting, but here's what we can all do. So you're all invited to come, and again, we thank you for your support of this work.
Well, thank you, Kathy, and we appreciate the work that you've done in the past and present and continue to do well into the future to help people overcome this addiction.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
You're so welcome.
I've known Kathy for a long time. She's been involved in this and battling this for years and years.
A long time. When do we get to retire? I don't know. Thank you all.
Thank you, Kathy.
Kathy.
All right, and I need a motion to approve that proclamation.
I'll make the motion.
Magistrate
Second.
Sleeper, second by Magistrate Gay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. Magistrate Sleeper, would you see if Terry Dunn is out there? I'm not sure. I think I saw him walk by. Okay.
Terry?
Awesome. Awesome! I hadn't seen you out there, Terry. It's getting worried. It's getting worried. So next on the agenda is a proclamation for Suicide Prevention Month. And so I've asked Terry to come and accept this proclamation on behalf of the team, that our new team that's out there with the grant money. Tell me what it is. Community Co-Response Crisis Team. Got it, didn't I?
Yes.
All right. And so this is an issue that they deal with a lot. They receive a lot of calls for suicides, and so I want to make sure this one goes to the team today. And you've got your assistant, Miss Kelsey. Miss Kelsey with you. Okay. Suicide Prevention Month, a call to awareness, compassion, and action. This is for the month of September 2025. Whereas suicide remains one of the leading causes of death across all age groups, it's the second leading cause of death among youth ages 10 to 24, and whereas recent studies show an alarming rise in suicide rates among preteens with an approximate 8% increase from 2008 to 2022, resulting in more than 2,200 lives lost in children aged 8 to 12. Whereas Suicide Prevention Month is an important opportunity to raise awareness, confront stigma, and encourage open dialogue around mental health and emotional well-being. Whereas every individual deserves access to compassionate support, timely intervention, and life-affirming care in moments of crisis. Whereas resources such as the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline offer immediate 24/7 confidential help to those in need and should be widely promoted and recognized as a critical tool for suicide prevention. Whereas national organizations including the Suicide Prevention Resource Center, the Centers for Disease and Control and Prevention, the American Psychiatric Association, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration offer evidence-based guidance and tools for evidence, workplace, and community suicide prevention strategies. Now therefore be it proclaimed that I, Trilly L. Bottom, and the Boyle County Fiscal Court do hereby recognize the month of September 2025 as Suicide Prevention Month in Boyle County. We urge all citizens, organizations, and leaders to raise awareness, promote access to mental health resources, and join together to prevent the tragic loss of life to suicide. Done this 26th day of August 2025. I have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Magistrate Ellis, second by Magistrate Cullen. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. Carrie, if you would like to say anything, we'll get a photo op here, and then if you'd like to say anything, you're welcome to do that. Yeah, come on in here, come on in here, yeah. Good deal, all right. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for the work that you do, and you're welcome to say, welcome to say anything.
I just would like to thank really the fiscal court, just for being behind us, understanding that it's just such a huge need in the community for us to form the crisis response unit so that we can go out. Our awareness in the community is spreading and growing. We're starting to get calls from different individuals just by word of mouth. Sometimes they show up at the station, sometimes, so we're definitely putting that out in the community of what we're doing, and we couldn't have done it without you all, so we do appreciate you all as well.
Yes,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much.
We appreciate the work that you all do.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Very,
thank you.
very proud
Sit there.
of what y'all do.
Yes,
Thanks.
very.
Appreciate it.
Y'all have a good day and be safe.
You too.
Okay, next proclamation we have is a proclamation for National Service Dog Month, and we don't talk a lot about this. We don't really, I guess, I'm not familiar enough with it to speak about it, but my longtime friend Mark Herrick, who's here today, called me and asked if it would be something that we would consider putting on the agenda and to bring awareness to service dogs, because there's a lot of things that service dogs do to help individuals that they can't do themselves. So I said yes, we will do that, and so I would like to read the proclamation for National Service Dog Month, and then Mark, if you have any comments or any introductions you'd like to do, I'll turn the floor over to you. Whereas we believe in the joyful Whereas we believe in the joyful transformative power of the human canine bond and will you pick me out a easier one next time? Inclusivity of all citizens. Whereas in the United States, 70 million adults have a disability. Only 16,000 service dogs from accredited training programs exist nationwide, and the need is growing. Whereas Canine Companions created the concept of service dogs for people with physical disabilities 50 years ago in 1975, creating a new kind of support for disabilities. Whereas Canine Companions is a nonprofit organization that enhances the lives of people with disabilities by providing expertly trained service dogs and ongoing support to ensure quality partnerships free of charge. Whereas Canine Companions and their service dogs empower people with disabilities to lead life with greater independence by providing best-in-class training. ongoing follow-up services, and deeply committed community of support. Whereas National Service Dog Month aims to educate our community about the benefits of service dogs and the laws protecting their handlers. Whereas Boyle County continues to work toward becoming an inclusive community in which all citizens and their trained service dogs are embraced. Now therefore be it proclaimed that I, Trilly L. Bottom, in the Boyle County Fiscal Court, do hereby recognize the month of September 2025 as National Service Dog Month in Boyle County. Witness this day, 26th day of August 2025. So Mark, would you like to come up and maybe fill us in a little bit?
I'll do my best.
Okay.
Name's Mark Herrick. My wife Deb and I are volunteer puppy raisers for Canine Companions. And as was explained in the proclamation, it's a 50-year-old organization. It's nonprofit. Everything is done and furnished for free. And we're very fortunate to have with us this morning the leader of the Kentucky Volunteer Chapter.
Awesome.
Of Canine Companions, Miss Tammy Harrod.
Okay.
And her service dog, Violet.
All right.
Tammy hails from Louisville. That's where the little office or group started. And it's a relatively new group. It's just a little over a year old. So if you have any, we appreciate the judges and the court's recognition of this. It's real important. If you've ever seen a service dog in action, you'll know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We thank you very much.
Yes, you're very
And,
welcome. Tammy, would you like to say
Tammy?
anything?
Yes,
If there are any questions,
pull up
this
your
is the
copy?
woman that can
Yeah,
answer.
yeah.
I'm gonna go up a little bit.
That's on rollers. It should just roll right over. Yeah.
So, thank you.
You bet.
Well, like Mark said, thank you guys so much on behalf of Canine Companions for recognizing us as National Service Dog Month in September.
Yes.
Appreciate it. And for all of them to be able to know about us. And so, of course, the mission of Canine Companions is to give expertly trained service dogs to people with disabilities free of charge. And it's such a blessing.
That is awesome.
So the whole month of September, we're celebrating the magical work that these dogs do to enhance us. And I can just give you a few examples of what she does.
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Do you have any keys? I could or anything, an ink pen or anything.
There's an ink pen.
Yeah, okay. I'll use your, okay. Violet, get. Girl. Violet, give. Good. Actually, you know that. I drop stuff all the time, so it's. Come on, Violet, get. Girl, Violet, lap. Lap. Come on. There you go. Oh, good. Violet, give. Good girl. Violet, off. Good job. So
That's
there's
awesome.
two deliveries. One is lap, as you saw, and then one she wanted to give me visit right here at, but I wanted lap. So that's her.
Yeah.
She also, you know those blue handicap buttons you see at different places? She'll push those. That's her favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
She loves to push buttons. So if you have any out here, anybody's out there, I'll show you. Or she'll show you.
45 commands.
Yep, she has 45
Okay.
commands, and she's brilliant.
Yeah.
And so what we do as recipients, we are invited up to team training in New Albany, Ohio. We stay there for 2 weeks, and they match us on that third day with we have 2 to 3 service dogs that we work with, and then they match us. They already know us. It's a rigorous application process. It takes up to 3 to 6 months to even get on their waiting list, and the waiting list is up to 2 years. But well worth the wait. My first dog, I had to wait the full 2 years, but her. When you get a successor dog, it's 6 months or about that, what it was for me. And but my point is, when I worked with her, she actually was my third dog. It was magical.
Yeah.
I mean, they say the beauty of the match, and that's how good they are with it.
Yeah.
So,
So if someone were in need of a service dog, what do they do? Go on the website?
Yes, ma'am.
and- okay,
So
apply?
they would go to canine.org,
Okay,
and there's a place there to apply.
okay,
So they would apply, have an application, tell what their needs are.
okay.
And then they will come back and send the application and go from there.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for bringing
Yes.
Violet today.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
a beautiful dog.
Oh,
Is
I just
this
want to
one-
add one other thing real quick, just, as you, people with disabilities are a protected class, and as you make decisions on infrastructure in the community, the ramps, the sidewalks that allow handicapped people, it is so important for our families
Yeah.
to be included into the community.
To make a way.
To make a way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is one of the commands, or it wouldn't be a command, but if you were to have a fire in the middle of the night, is she trained to wake you and,
She's not trained to wake me, but she may do that on instinct,
yeah?
probably so.
And of
So-
course, I know people with epilepsy and
Yeah.
that's a specialty.
You okay, girl? But I'm glad you mentioned that because we train, we have different types of service dogs. We have service dogs for people who are hard of hearing or deaf, hearing dogs. Yes, we have, of course, service dogs to people with physical disabilities like myself. We have service dogs for veterans with PTSD.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so when you said that, yeah, they're trained to nudge for hearing, and they're trained, with their nose for an alarm or a siren if they're driving down the road. PTSD, they'll interrupt nightmare interruptions. It's just incredible what these dogs
What
can
they
do.
can learn to do.
Veterans are dying at the average of 22 per day. And it sounds like a really high number, but they've done a lot of extensive studies. And actually, it may be higher than that because there were 3 or 4 states, including Texas, that were part of the study. But when they get a service dog, and Canine Companions provides all these dogs free of charge. They're valued at about $50,000. We're trying to bring them to the Boyle County community. We've had several meetings with the schools, and
Great.
we're trying to, the people
Because of
here
Mark.
that need them.
Yeah.
It's because of
And Deb.
Mark.
Yeah, they're great people.
So-
Yes.
It's got to be heart-wrenching for you guys to raise them and give them up.
We turn over Nougat in a year.
Yeah.
We will have had him probably 16 months at that time. So I'll let you know in a year.
So I know there's things that like public, when you see someone out with a service dog, you're not supposed to approach the dog, is that
No,
right?
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
But, speak to the person.
Yes,
And then, actually, to be honest, you're supposed to avoid eye contact with the dog.
Okay.
Because it's distracting.
okay.
That sounds so minimal, but say we're out in public and I drop the leash, but you're coming up, oh, what a cute little dog,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
You think she's gonna wanna pick up my leash?
Right.
Probably not.
Yeah,
But that's her job.
yeah, yeah.
They're actually to be treated like a wheelchair or a medical device. They're a medical device. And you really need to let them do their job and not
Yeah,
give
leave
them
them
any
alone.
attention at all.
Yeah.
Do they stay a certain number of years with a person, or?
Yes. So my first dog, I had him, he just passed away this past September, a year ago. So he would have been 13 this September. You get them when they just turn 2 or about to turn 2.
Okay.
And so I had him for a year before I retired him as my pet.
Yeah.
And then I received her as my second dog.
Yeah.
But you get to keep them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but if you can't, it's okay. A lot of times the puppy raisers will adopt them, take them back, or they've got plenty of people who will take good care of them. But, yeah.
Just one other thing, by having this dog, I work for UPS, and I was able to continue my career and pay taxes for another 12 to 15 years because I left the service dog to help take care of her while I was back home.
Wow,
And
that's
so
awesome.
she drives a mobility van, and without the service dog going out and picking her keys up,
Yep.
and if she gets stuck in the van, we've had that happen a couple times where the dog got the blockage out of way where she could freely get around. So they help you know, it's assistance, but
Yeah.
it also helps the entire family, they help the community, because keeps people out in the workforce.
Oh, gosh,
That's
yes.
awesome.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for being here today. We appreciate it. We want to get a picture with you. We'll just kind of maybe stand behind you right there, okay?
Oh, yeah.
But I need a motion to approve the proclamation.
So moved.
Measure Ellis, second by Measure Sleeper. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. Is it okay if we just get around you?
Sure.
Okay.
How old is Violet?
Violet is 4.
Yeah.
She just turned 4 Saturday.
I'm gonna get a picture as well.
Yes. If you say your name, maybe she'll look over there while she takes the picture.
Would you like to have the
Violet.
proclamation?
How about I do this?
Violet.
Us together.
That's good.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah.
Violet. 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 She did it.
There you go. Did you get it? Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you all coming today. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And I'm gonna send this with you all.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. You all have a great day.
Have you all worked with the KSD at all? Reached,
Not yet.
spoken with them yet?
Not yet. We've talked with Ephraim and we've talked with
She's so
Sarah.
pretty.
Thank you.
And KSB is on the list.
Okay.
She's right with her.
I want to talk with y'all briefly out in the hall.
Okay.
She's making sure everything's okay.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here.
Judge.
Thanks, Mark.
You bet.
Good to see you. Carrot, R-I-C-K.
That was very informative. I didn't know anything about them.
I know,
That's
yeah,
very
it's
good.
awesome. Something that you don't hear a lot about, so I'm
Exactly.
glad that he reached out and was able to come. Okay, next, Extension District, Jay Hettmansperger, come on down. Spencer with you?
No, Spencer
okay.
had an appointment he couldn't get out of.
Okay, that's all right.
So I'm here to present the Boyle County Extension tax rates that were voted on. Here's.
All right, thank you. Do we need more copies or we got enough? Okay.
I've
Going
got
around?
enough for,
Okay.
should have enough for everybody.
That's great.
You got one.
We got a copy? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right, just for informational purposes, our compensating rate this year was for real property, 9.4%. Personal property was at 19.73%, okay? To kind of give you where we started from. The board voted to set the real property at 8%. 1.4% below what the compensating rate was. And the personal property rate at 9.86. They voted to cut that real property, or personal property in half.
That's very good.
So, quite a reduction. They kept the motor vehicle and watercraft at 1.3. So to kind of give you some dollar amounts, the 8% and the 9.86% that they voted on lowers from compensating rate almost $700,000 in revenue. And you want to compare it to last year's tax rates, it's $450,000 below what last year's tax rates would have been. So Judge Bottom can agree with me, and I think the district board, they were all very, really unanimous, let's lower and be a little more fiscal responsible, so.
I did recuse myself from the vote just because I didn't think I should be voting on another district's tax rates when we set our own tax rate. So, but I was in agreement with what they were doing.
We had some really good discussion, and everybody came to a good decision, I feel.
I feel like it too.
I think it's wonderful because we'd asked you to look at it and.
Yeah,
see
when I
what we
presented the
do.
budget,
So,
yes,
So
so,
this is wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah, this is something we've actually asked for years, you know, well into my first term. And we appreciate you all, you know, trying to help the taxpayers save wherever we can.
We looked at the budget and everything, and came up with a figure we can live with.
That's right.
That's perfect.
And still get the bills paid.
Yes, exactly.
Well, it's still
I
providing
like
good
that.
service to the community.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
that's
that's
exactly
great.
right. Yeah, services will not fail at all. Services will, in fact, probably increase.
Yes,
Thanks,
yes.
that would-
We've seen a good increase in usage of the building. Barry, our facilities manager, sends out a monthly report to the district board on usage and keeps up with the different program areas and the number of people that go through it. And it's unbelievable how many thousand people a month go through that building. So.
And it's incredible the amount of activity that goes on out there. All the different clubs and events and things that are going on out there. It's just increased in the last year, I think. I mean, more and more just seems to be happening. So.
There's been many times that I've seen every meeting room full. And that is such a blessing.
Yeah.
Parking lot full. I love it when people drive by and see the parking lot full and ask me, say, hey, man, that place was busy. What's going on?
Yeah. And I know organizations now are reaching out to use the extension building for conferences and
Exactly.
Different things where they can spread out into 2 or 3 rooms and open up those doors and have conferences and things there. So it's really good to see that happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so we have heard the real property rate will be at .080 and the personal property at .0986 and motor vehicle at .0130. Is there a motion to approve those rates?
So moved.
Magistrate Gay, second. Magistrate Sleeper. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Have a great day.
You guys have a good day.
Okay, EMA Director. Director Caldwell.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning.
Can you make rain?
What's that?
Can you make rain?
Sunday night.
Maybe.
But it doesn't look like we're gonna have any before then. But I can make it a lot cooler.
You already done that, haven't
We appreciate it.
you? Yeah.
Although
Amen.
that means colder weather's on the way also. This is just, this is something that pretty much, let me start with this mutual aid agreement, this statewide mutual aid agreement. I haven't heard of any county across the state that's not gonna be involved in this. And to be quite honest, it's kind of a formality. When we talk mutual aid anyway, I mean, we're automatically, not only with our contiguous counties, which we all have mutual aid agreements with. For instance, if Jessamine County had something and needed some resources that Boyle County could provide, it just gives us, for lack of a better way of saying, a more contractual way of saying, yes, we're going to be involved in that mutual aid. So just a statewide mutual aid agreement, and, if a county declares tornado, flooding.
Washington County.
Washington County is a really good example. That, we're watching it with the tornadoes. There was probably 15 of us from the county that actually responded down there. 15 to 20 actually. Didn't really use a whole lot of resources down there other than some ambulance apparatus and us. But if that had been a larger scale tornado that that had a lot that met threshold for Washington County, then this kind of allows us to go into, hey, we're going to seek reimbursement attached to their declaration. So it's kind of it's something that we're going to be providing anyway, or most counties will provide to other counties that need. It's just a statewide agreement. This has kind of been in the works for years.
Yeah.
And again, even though counties were really already doing it, but this finally
Kind of puts it in a contract form.
yeah. And the county attorney, I gave him a copy of it, and I'll let you speak on it a little bit.
Right, yes. I think we have a duty to our other counties to be a good neighbor and to assist them in a time of need. This mutual aid agreement kind of solidifies that with the understanding that we have a responsibility to our own citizens first, and regarding our resources and so forth, but mutual aid and assistance shall not be requested unless the resources available with the recipient's disaster or emergency impacted area are deemed inadequate. So you can't just be requesting it like, all hey, can you help me, someone's off or something. I mean, you gotta show that there's inadequate resources for it, so it's not like an everyday kind of thing. I think it's good. Also, not all costs and expenses are reimbursed. I mean, I think it has to be declared
Has to be a declared emergency.
declared emergency, and even with that, not everything is reimbursed. I mean, when we can request, for example, if we sent a bulldozer or whatever over there, we can request things like fuel and for repair work and things like that. But if we send employees there, we still pay them like as if they were working for us. But I think it's the right thing to do, and we're just again putting it in writing what we would do anyway.
Okay. So you have a resolution that goes with it, so we're approving our agreement and a resolution, right?
Yes.
Okay. Motion to approve?
So moved.
Magistrate Gaines?
Second.
Second by Magistrate Bodner. Any discussion on the agreement or the resolution? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Have a good day. And we need Sheriff Bob next.
And I'll walk to the first part. And I'll walk to the vehicle fitting.
Come in, come in.
Right. We're talking about this first, you want me to go first?
Whatever you want to do.
Okay. Alrighty, so I need a vote, I need a consensus on where we want to pay for the outfitting of the 8 new Sheriff's Durangos that we're getting from Enterprise. The estimated total per unit is going to be $14,298.28.
And that's this sheet, correct?
Yes, that
Okay.
is the sheet. This is the itemized list that we're working with. Again, it's just estimated, but we are going to be outfitting 8 of them. I know there had been some people that thought maybe the sheriff should outfit. Some people had thought that we would outfit. So I just needed to know as a group, what are we doing? Where do you want me to open these POs at?
The question comes down to, does the sheriff have the ability to pay for any of this? Do you have any money set aside where you can, because we kind of talked before, and I'm sorry we didn't discuss this in our meeting this morning, we kind of went over, but
I spoke with Janice right before I came down here. She advised that we could probably do maybe 2, but it would be closer to the end of the year when we start getting our commission money in. 'Cause right now we're operating off state money.
yeah,
Which
okay,
is very thin.
yeah.
And the vehicles will be here when?
We're going to have 4 units, no, 8. They're going to deliver 8, and it's going to be probably at the end of November.
So it'll probably be.
Are we able to move over any of the existing equipment into the new vehicles?
I think just the dash cam stuff. I'll have to get with Sam. I didn't think about that, but I need to get with Sam on that. to see if
Sam had
that's-
told me a lot of the equipment's not going to be able to be moved.
Yeah, Sam's already had a conversation with Elena.
Because
Some of the vehicles are like Chargers and pickup trucks. They're
it's not going to fit.
older models.
Yeah,
As
I
far
know we
as
did talk
brackets.
about the fact that moving forward, though, some of this can be carried forward to other
Absolutely, we
vehicles.
could be able to,
Yes.
we could budget for it too.
Until the body styles
Mhm.
change, as Sam indicated, we could get maybe at least 1 or 2 cycles out of this equipment. And I know we also talked about the cost savings by us doing the work internally.
Yeah, it saves like 10 grand each, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
22,000 per vehicle with Enterprise outfits. It's 14 if we do it ourselves. So we're really blessed to have Sam on board who can do that for us.
Right.
Is there joint insurance, or are we the ones that insure the relationship in case of an accident?
The fiscal court as a
Fiscal
whole,
court, yeah.
yes. We insure every vehicle that the county owns with any department.
So, Madam Treasurer,
Yes.
we put in the budget for the 3 that general fund was going to pay for. And I think there's enough to pay for it in the vehicle line. We'll just have to transfer
Yes,
from the vehicle line to the equipment line.
Yes. Because we put in buying all the vehicles as a whole outright, instead now we're doing the leasing program, so we're just gonna have to make those lease payments. So we do have a lump sum left over where we're gonna pay out for the vehicles.
So the grand total is about 114,000, right?
Give or take.
Give or
But
take, yeah.
again, is that us, sheriff's office doing 2, still and us doing the other, was it 6?
That would be us doing 8. The
Right.
114,000 would be us doing 8.
Okay.
And then comfortably, I know, speaking to Janice, I know we can do 2, and then.
But it won't be until the end of the year, so we'll have to front you anyway. And then, once that money's available, you'll be able to.
Well, I mean, if they're in November, I mean, that would be
Okay.
probably perfect for us.
Yeah, if they don't-
Okay.
late November
Right.
even, so,
Yeah.
yeah, you'll be able
And I guess when
to-
you're coming up with your next year's budget or whatever, if you can kind of figure
Yes,
out
sir.
any drug money or anything that comes in.
That's what I was gonna bring up. I'll talk to her and see if we might be able to do 3 if we have the
Yeah.
drug money at that time.
That's kind of how it always was prior, was where, if we purchased a vehicle, you all outfitted them and stuff like
Yes, sir.
that, so.
So 6 gets us down to 85,800, give or take.
My suggestion also for it, for the cleanliness of the bill, so we know exactly how much we're spending on each vehicle, would be that we pay it up front and the sheriff's department reimburse us. That way I can keep all 8 POs open, I can have a list of every single vehicle, what's in each vehicle, down to the penny, how much it's costing us.
No, I don't like that.
And when did you say we'll get those vehicles? When will we get them?
November.
Estimated into November.
Late November.
Yes, now, you're still dealing with car manufacturers, so that. it's gonna
Should
be
we
different.
wait till we see exactly how much you have, or do you think we definitely have that?
This is just
We
a
have it.
consensus
Okay.
to kind of see where
Okay.
it pays from.
Yeah.
And I do need to open the POs to get the equipment ordered today, because you're gonna have a wait on the equipment.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'll make a motion that
Yeah.
we
Yeah, I'll second.
move forward with the purchasing of the outfitting of equipment.
Okay, have a motion by Master Gay, second by Master Bodnar. Any other discussion on purchasing the equipment for the 8 new cruisers? All right, seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries.
Thank
And
you,
then-
guys.
Now,
This
do
is
you
one-
need anything added to that motion? Payment,
No,
anything?
we
Okay.
have working relationships with these vendors, so we can pay them on a net 30 turnaround.
And
So-
some of the idea behind this too, I know it's an upfront cost, but we'll be trading these vehicles out on a quicker time frame and most likely going into similar models. And so some of the equipment actually then will be able to be moved in. So
Yes.
we'll see savings down the road on those.
With the old equipment that we can't use, what will happen to that? I mean,
Surplus.
It becomes surplus
Surplus,
property.
okay.
Some of it, I would say, maybe you would keep for backup, like camera systems and stuff. And I do want to note that the sheriff's department isn't not paying for any of it. They are paying for a $10,000 camera system that goes in
Yeah.
each one of these vehicles. So that's quite a bit out of each, out of
Yeah,
their
that's not
budget
in
as
that
well.
14 yet.
Yeah, that's not in this 14.
that's
So,
good.
Along with the labor.
along with the labor out of the payroll. Yes, the
So
computer is.
so that'd be another thing that would be able to transfer over to a new vehicle, would be the computer mount and the computer, is it tough to
The computer, Panasonic, yep. Yep.
So it's something that should last hopefully 5 to 10 years.
Yep.
That's good.
All right, good deal.
All right.
Any other questions, comments?
Elena, thank you for all your dedication to this process.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate
I
it.
really appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all. Thank
Thank
you
you.
guys.
Yeah. All right.
The
Then
other
you've got another-
item here was the amending our salary cap, and I want to say this publicly. Janice has been doing this for 20-some years. She's had perfect audits. She's been wonderful with the budget, and for the last 20 years, it's been done the same way, and all of a sudden, our wonderful auditors decided that we did it wrong, but we didn't. So I'm not really happy about
Funny
it.
how that happens.
Not really happy about it, but, so they decided that we should have our court security into our salary cap. So even though it's a wash of how that all works, they decided that you know what? Everything else is perfect, let's find something that's not. So, like I said, we did it right, Janice has done it right forever, and I wanted to make sure that publicly, that she knows that I appreciate her and all the hard work that she's done, and she has done nothing wrong, but the state decided that we should add them to our salary cap, so that's what we're amending.
Okay.
If you guys, I guess, acknowledge this.
So, well, we have to approve salary
Approve it.
cap.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that would be,
1.5 million.
1.5, it would be the 290,500 for the fiscal court to be added, or, sorry,
And what was that again? How much extra?
290,500 for the court security to be added to the salary cap that's already on the budget, but,
Yeah. Okay.
so.
All right, does everybody know what we're doing here? Okay. Motion to approve?
Move.
Commissioner Gates, or a second? Commissioner Sleeper, any discussion? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries.
Appreciate your deputies out on Perryville Road
Thank
these
you,
next
sir.
few days.
Yeah, that, I've gone through there several times, and it's not, I wouldn't want to be sitting out there in the hot asphalt.
Well, Wes Gaddis is my son-in-law, but he did an excellent job with those thousands of people on Sunday, the traffic.
Oh, that's
Oh my
the
goodness, people
balloon, the almost balloon race.
Almost balloon race.
I'm glad they didn't get up, because it was windy.
Oh, yeah, it's too dangerous, not worth it, but, yeah, had people handed him a bottle of Gatorade as they went through that. They were so nice, he said were really nice to him, so.
All right.
He did an excellent job. I
Thank
say.
you, Sheriff.
He did.
Thank you all.
He really moved
Thank
it.
you for all you do.
Thank you,
Thank you, thank you.
All right, Roger Johnson, Public Works. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
How's everybody? All right?
Good.
How are you?
Good.
Had a donut and all that stuff? Y'all
Yes,
everybody like
good.
that?
You bringing us some money again?
No, I'm asking for some money again, if that's
Well, we're used to that, we're used to
okay.
that.
When I show up, I usually ask them for money, you know.
That's right.
Or something,
You're always
you know.
buying something.
I know. So we're looking at buying
bigger
an
building, put some
excavator for the road department. My recommendation for that was the CAT 306.
Okay, let's see here. Boyd Cat,
Yeah, old
Okay.
CAT.
all right.
That was my recommendation on that.
Make that motion, we approve your recommendation.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Magistrate Cullen, second by Magistrate Ellis. Any discussion?
And pay on delivery.
Add pay on delivery to that motion.
Pay on delivery.
Hang on delivery.
All right. All those in favor
Thank you,
signify by
Paul.
saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carried.
I want
Go
to
get you a cat.
thank the Public Works for the entranceway into the fairground. It really helped with the traffic, and we are really
Yeah.
excited about that being better, and we're gonna work on that traffic some more. So,
Very good, very good. Yeah, happy to do
Thank
that.
you. Everybody all good?
we're
Okay,
good.
anything else you
Everybody
want,
good?
anything else you want to report?
No, not today.
They did some
Not today.
pothole work for me, so I
Yeah.
appreciate
Yeah,
that.
likewise, in my district.
Yeah.
Just getting a paving list together, so
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll be,
working on
that'll be
that.
good.
working on that. So that'll be the next thing I'll bring to the board.
All
For
right,
more money.
sounds good.
Shoot me a text when they're done today over in Hunt,
Okay,
if you don't mind.
all right.
Thanks, sir.
Thank y'all.
Is the jailer out there?
Yep.
Jailer Wofford.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
All right.
go.
So we're here on the,
Have you announced any news to the court before? You already done that? Okay.
announced any new?
Grandma.
Oh, we already did that.
The gray hairs that have continued.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So yeah, I'm a grandfather.
Okay, very good. I was just making sure.
And it's probably a good thing she lives in Des Moines, because she lived here, she wouldn't learn to walk till she was 16. Lori and I pack her everywhere, so.
Oh, so sweet.
But she's healthy, beautiful, and
Awesome.
all
That's
grown.
good.
so.
I'll give you all my numbers real quick before we do the other, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
So Boyle's 38, Department of Corrections is 77, 33 of those are SAP, and I'm holding one for Fed, just waiting on them to pick them up. Staff, I'm at 34 full-time, 2 part-time. The one young man's back, he's been overseas on military leave for the past year, he is back, and I think he starts today, he's back on shift today.
I swore about 5 of them in not too long ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think he was in that one, he just come back, so.
Okay.
We are hiring for 1 female spot, so we've been interviewing for that one. And then Mercer County, the judge, she did reach out to me. It was about 2 weeks ago. We'd had some inmates, or some Mercer County, we'll put it this way, Boyle County had picked up someone on a Mercer County warrant. And we'd held them for 3 or 4 days. We notified, hey, you need to come get them. And she did reach out and say, hey, what do you all charge us if we're over? And I said, well, I'll extend the same courtesy that we did for Garrett and Lincoln when we sent that letter back on the last. I said, I'll just extend the same courtesy. So if something get a bill, if we have to bill them or whatever, that's what I told her we would do.
Okay.
And then on the, I'll give you an update. Of course, you know about our lawsuit with KJA. We had a board meeting last Wednesday, last week in Frankfurt. So we won in the Court of Appeals, but they have appealed it to the Supreme Court. I don't think the Supreme Court will pick it up because it doesn't affect what they would fall under for them to look at it. So we won. And I was told this, and this was kind of come through unofficial, that I guess they're opening up the Southeastern Correctional Wing, and their goal for the state's goal is to move all their CIs. So those that are controlled intakes, so once they get sentenced in circuit court, technically we have 45 days, and then there's also a 90-day on that too, but to get those classified to see if they go behind a fence or a wall. So they're going to basically take all those out. So I think that's something everybody needs to know moving forward on whatever we decide which direction to go on the new facility. And then they're pushing for, and I'm going to send you all a letter, I'm working on it. They're pushing for regionalization. So basically the state's looking at paying for building these mega county jails, which you're looking at $100 million easy just to do that. But then they want to drop the bill on running it onto the counties. And that's where it'll get you. So basically you're going to have more staff, more transports, because then the sheriff no longer transports under that. So you're going to have just a group to transport from all these other counties. And, then if you try to run it as like we have in the past, we know what kind of difficulties that brings, trying to get 3 or 4 counties to agree on something. So I'm putting a list together why I don't think we should support that, and I'll try to email that out to you all this week.
Any suggestion yet about how many regional jails they plan to build?
I can't remember the number. It's probably 20 some across the state.
This was tried back in the 70s.
Well, yeah, West Virginia's tried this. It's been a failure. It's something that I'm not going to support, and I don't think KJA is either. So, if the more and more I like the model, let's just focus on Boyle County. Let's put our resources to those that's going to come out and be our neighbors. Let's get them the job skills, the treatment, the mental health, and make our neighbors better, and they'll go back into our workforce.
Would I be correct that this would have to pass the General Assembly?
Yes, and I think the House is for it and the Senate's against it.
Steve, I know about the Senate.
So make sure you talk to our rep and our senator. Make sure you make a point to say we're against this, we're not for this, and I'll give you all, like I said, you'll have the reasons to kind of say, here's why. And but I think that's going to be important that we're very vocal moving forward this session, next session, every session. So,
well, on that, what is our next step to move forward with just taking care of our own and saying see you to the state?
I think that's going to be a call for the fiscal court. Of course,
KRS says jailer has care, custody, control. So if I get a letter from the fiscal court saying that we no longer want to house state inmates, and then I will add to that and send it to the Department of Corrections and have them, and so we'll start moving them out. So now we will lose, like I say, we're going to cut back on the guys that go out to work, that provide services for Junction, Perryville, Forkland, the windows up here at Constitution Square.
You can't
all
have
those
them till they
things.
get done.
And so we'll lose that, and it'll cut back. I'll still be able to do it some, but nowhere near the level I can provide those services now. Then
Will
we'll also lose.
Will we also lose the amount of money we save the amount that we pay over what they reimburse us
Yes.
for a lot?
So, and here's the way I've kind of started looking at it. So our budget's $5 million. It costs us $5 million whether we have 25 or 150 or 220 in there, because that's what our bed count is. So that's just revenue coming in, but like I say, we did win the part where they have to pay the medical above normal care. And that's where our biggest expense is, because we can manage everything. Of course, I have to have a certain number of inmates, I have to provide medical, so staffing, medical, and food are my big three expenses. And so I can kind of manage those. If it's lower, we're spending less, but at the end of the year, the budget is what it is. And so I think that's something we still haven't, we haven't had our meeting. We're supposed to schedule a work group to kind of talk through this. So I would still like to do that so we can all kind of know where we're at.
When the state goes out, what will that do to your employee numbers?
Well, what I'll do, I'll still keep the employees. I don't want to, and I'll fight to lay anybody off, because somebody that's spent 10 years here,
Right.
and, we don't need to just start kicking people out. So as people retire or they leave, I won't fill those positions. I'll just continue to reorganize on the inside to make those work.
Okay.
So I don't want to do that to somebody's family that's said, hey, I'm going to come serve with you, and then say, I don't need you anymore. So.
Because, obviously we can have this conversation in another session. I'm sure we need to do that here at some point in time soon. Is having as we look forward, is having a much smaller, safer, better, modern facility that just takes care of Boyle County inmates.
And that's another thing I kind of want to make sure you're all aware of. There's going to come, I'm trying to put it off, but we're going to have a new walk-in freezer and a new walk-in refrigerator. We've just repaired, and it's going, and I hate to do that until I know what our plans are. It may come to where we have to rent, like the semi, like the cooler.
Right.
We may have to do that until we figure out, instead of just putting a new one in, and if we do build a new facility, putting new ones in there. So I want to kind of give you all a heads up that it's getting to the point where it's nickel and diming me to death, and just keeping everything.
Just get a bunch of MREs would be good.
Yeah.
The thing about you though, your operation is 24/7.
Yeah.
365 of them leap years, 366 days every year.
That's right.
It doesn't
That's
stop.
right.
It
No.
wears out 3 times faster
Yeah.
than what would be out here at Kroger or wherever.
Yeah. And so I just kind of, that will probably be, because that's not in the budget, but if it'll be an emergency repair, but I think we should be able to use our, I don't know what we changed the name of that.
It's the Boyle jail, it's like the savings account.
Yeah, the savings account that we have. So we'll have money in there, but I'll need to
Yeah.
go through the Emergency Act through the judge. So,
Might want to be getting some prices.
yeah, like I say, and Guinn, it saves us a lot of money. If he can't fix it, it can't be fixed. And so he's very a valuable asset to us.
That's good.
So that's that on that, and then I'm just here to renew our new Vista mental health. So they provide a mental health person that comes in, qualified mental health, and then they also do what I call an aftercare. And that was when we put this together originally 7 years ago. Kathy Miles, Donna Tarter helped me put this together, and they both recommended that aftercare person, because when they're coming out, that helps them. Okay, do you need to follow up with your doctor? Do you need housing? you need those kinds of things. And so basically, it's the same that we've done. Our county attorney's already looked at them. And Judge, you signed one, and then I signed both, so
Okay. Is there any change to the agreement?
it's the same.
Same as always. Okay. Motion to approve?
So moved.
Magistrate Ellis, second by Magistrate Bodner. Any discussion on the new Vista Service Agreement? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries.
And Judge, if it's okay, I'll sign these and leave them in your office for the sign, and then she can just scan them and email them.
Okay, yeah.
Should be 2 packs. See, I've got them here, I'll just sign them and leave them on your
Oh, here
desk,
we go.
if that's okay.
It's right here.
Okay.
Yes, that'd be fine.
Okay.
That'd be fine.
And I do give you an update, so we started our veterans, Helping Veterans program, and so right off the bat, we had 4, so they came down and met with 4 guys that are veterans in our facility, and they come in and met with them, working with them, so they'll help them with job placement, treatment, housing, all those issues that they're facing, so that has already started out to be a great program. And like I say, it costs us nothing, but it's providing vital assistance to our veterans.
That's great, and I just want to say thank you for the work that Chad is doing with the inmates at Constitution Square on the windows. They look fabulous.
Tell you another great story on that. We just had a gentleman, one of our guys that was working on that program, was released last week. And he's from the E-Town area. He's going to take those skills that he's learned that Chad's taught him and start a business in E-Town. He said there's so many old homes and stuff, historic homes.
That's what it's all about.
There's nobody to do it, so that's somebody now that has some skills to
Yep.
take out, that hopefully he has some equity that he doesn't want to come back to jail, that he'll do and do that. So
That's great.
we appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah.
Jay or Wofford, I don't know who trained you, but they did a pretty good job.
I'll have to admit, I had a great mentor. It worked out for me.
You're a good student, man. Learn quick.
Thank you all.
Good job, Grasshopper. All right. HR Director Steve Griffin, hello.
Hello. Morning.
Morning.
I'm requesting your approval to enter into a contract with Hannah Resources for up to $5,000 to look at 2 aspects of our compensation program. One is our internal equity, are our jobs slotted properly in comparison to one another internally? And then externally, look at the outside market and make sure we're competitive for similar jobs in similar industries.
Amen. I'll make that motion.
Motion by Magistrate Gay, second by Magistrate Bodner. Any discussion? I will say that we have a line item, general service consultant, from where we can take this amount and use. Yeah.
No, yeah, and I appreciate our HR director who's been working on this process for several years now, and I think we've come a long way in our overall HR and our benefits and our just our pay, everything. And I know Magistrate Cullen has been working on this hard for many years as well, and so it's just important that we continue to be competitive and that we make sure everybody's in the right slot.
And we did this several years ago. When Dwayne Campbell was here, we did a survey like this, but it's time to
Actually,
to do a new one.
I found records where,
It was in 2015.
yeah,
2015.
where Hannah Resources was involved with that as well.
Yeah.
And I've known them a long time, so I've worked with them out before.
Thank you.
All right, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next up, Recycling Director, Angie Muncy.
Good morning.
Looks like you got lots of stuff for us.
Oh, it might not be too bad. You'll have to tell me the order because I don't have my paper up here.
Okay, litter abatement.
Okay, well, as you know, it's what it is. It's litter abatement runs from January to December, roughly $32,000 a year, all depends, but just need approval for Trilly to sign.
So moved.
Have a motion by Magistrate Gay.
Second.
Second by Magistrate Cullen. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay?
Since I was out of the room, I guess you better record that I did not vote.
Oh, okay. All right, Republic Services.
Okay. As you know, we have been under Republic Service contract. Their contract's for the last 10 years. It ends 10/31. We do have the option to renew that contract. I have talked to Republic. I think you've got your figures that I had Katina send you. I'm trying to think where to start with this. So basically, I'm at in 5 years, asking you just for another new 5-year contract. I got them, I met with Trilly, Jamie, and Barry, on this before, at the numbers, but we got some new numbers since then. They come a little, did you get my email, Shannon?
I did, but it didn't show me any difference.
There's got a little bit difference in it. They give me a soft number, and I said, all right, give me the best you got. So the only thing new is right now, we do not pay for hauls for the recycling. Like when I want my metal bin emptied from the Ghost Pipe or Alum Springs, it was free. This will add another, it's $125 a haul. Last year we done 585 hauls. So you're looking at roughly $73,000 more. Now keep in mind why we are doing this. This was a 10-year contract. We've had the China sword hit, which changed a lot, and we had COVID. Now we have tariffs and everything else going on. So just remember, when you see these totals, don't totally just, because I actually think they give us some good prices. Having been my, if you want to say expertise or whatever you want to call it, I think they're giving us a good price.
We're just going to have to start paying for some things that we haven't paid for before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the 30-yard hauls, basically, they were $423.49. They're going to go to $526.36. So you're talking an annual increase of about $91,000. The 40 yards, we're currently paying $542.60. We're going to go to $678.25, which annual increase of about $97,000. So you're actually probably, even with the new hauls, you're going to look at about $263,000 a year more. That's still included all their stuff. I call them, say, hey, Boyle County Fair needs this, Constitution Square, Brass Band Festival, all that stuff is still a free service to us. All I gotta do is pick up the phone. Still, all the county organizations are not paying a trash bill for pickup for their dumpster service and all that good stuff.
This is another one of those crazy Ellis ideas, but it would require legal counsel's help. Tariffs are a crazy concept, argued on both sides of the fence. Mm-hmm. Is there any way to write language of flexibility that would save us if the tariffs end all of a sudden work in our favor, Counselor, to where we could be rebated based on good news on the world market of what's going on?
Well, I don't necessarily know if this would have that per se, but basically don't say that. It's basically 5 years, this is what we're going to pay, and they have the 5% CPI. Nothing's going to change unless we allow it to change or they come in here first.
I mean, you can always ask them, say, can you write some clause of, can there be some type of adjustment?
That's what I'm looking at.
But
I don't want to do anything to impede your progress, but those hikes.
There are some situations that I think with Republic we need to deal with before we sign a new contract. I'm not at liberty to disclose publicly, but there are some obligations that they have not followed through on. So before we sign a new contract, we need to get with some other departments and bring them up to current before we can sign a new contract with them.
Okay.
Okay.
The only thing that I am going to recommend, well, that's fine. The only thing that I am going to say is you have the right to put this out for bid.
That's what I'm saying, why aren't we, there you go.
Now this is what I'm going to say to you, and Angie has said it.
We've talked.
We have got bottom line numbers from them, okay? They're already here. If we proceed to do that, these numbers are going to change. Everybody knows what they are. They will change. And you have to remember, another company coming here will have to remove everything. And that's going to increase your price when they have to. It can go south quick. Just remember that.
Could go north quick too, though.
And your service could suffer. I'm just telling you as the director. I mean, you have the right to do whatever
Just
you
because I
all
raise a
want
question
to
doesn't mean
do.
I'm arguing with you. I'm just.
Oh, I know. I'm not arguing either. I'm
Playing
just,
devil's advocate on this.
well, I'm playing devil's advocate back.
We know, we don't know.
I can agree with that. You know, at one time I would be all for, hey, let's do.
Yeah.
Just be careful.
Yeah, no, I
Just
get
be
that.
careful. No,
It depends on
whatever
how
you
much
wanna
somebody
do.
else wants our business. That's the side of it that we look at. But
and you have to just remember your service and what they do.
I really,
I will still get the $5,000 a year education fee that I get from them. They still sponsor all of our things, and there's always going to be an issue somewhere.
Have they paid the $5,000?
Oh, yeah.
They did not pay the $5,000 the last 2 years. It's not shown in the actual collection reports for the end of the
Well,
year.
then we'll talk to them and we'll see
So
why.
that's
but I-
$10,000 they haven't
Okay.
paid. I don't know previous years, I have not got that far, but.
But they haven't paid last two, they will. Rest assured, they will.
Angie has spoken.
But they will. But, you know, it's all up to what you all want to do.
well, I guess it really should go, you and your committee discuss it, and then come back here.
Well, that's what I wanted to address. So the committee met on the 11th of this month and went over.
Are you on the
this-
committee?
Yes.
Oh, never mind then.
And went over this information and, you know, based on the information Angie shared with us, we asked that, we didn't bring it 2 weeks ago because we knew we needed some more information. One of those was determining what length of extension we need to make, and obviously new information today with needing to do some settling up, if you will.
Yeah.
But we asked that the treasurer review this and see where this additional money will come from, being the fact that it's going to take place because it expires in October.
11/1 will start the new contract.
So this contract goes through October, so this increase impacts us kind of almost halfway through a
It's not
fiscal year,
budgeted.
and it's not budgeted accordingly. So at our meeting, we did want Treasurer Green to look into this, and so now I'll pass it off.
For this year's budget, it's about $125,000 impact, and we do have that in the reserves, so could use that.
And so then we would have to obviously make the adjustment moving forward with the next budget year to handle this. You know, and Angie did, we asked us that very question, we asked the question about the bidding of it in our meeting, and it was the same type of answer that, you know, yes, it could be favorable, but it also could be unfavorable.
Because there's
And,
you take Rumpke, Kentucky, Green River Waste is a new one. You know, I've dealt with all of them on just like a personal basis, where at different meetings. They're all great companies. I can't be negative about anything, you know, per se. But I don't want someone lower than that, or someone to come in, now they know these prices, which I think after 10 years is actually pretty good. They've even lowered them some more since we met. And then it just wreak havoc and go up. But now I'm getting ready to go find out what the problem is, and whatever it is, Julie, I
You go
will
down
take
the
care
hall.
of, yes. But, did I say
So
we
we
delay
can ask for
this
an
till?
extension, will they grant a
Well,
6
we-
months extension or a 1-year extension?
Oh, you can go with, your best prices is gonna come from at least a 5-year extension. If you go to tell them you only wanna do it year by year by year, then, but definitely not a 10-year. Never, this has been for, no, this has not been,
Are you saying ask for an extension of the
Well-
contract or extension of our, like, extend it to where it matches up better with the fiscal year?
Well, I was asking for the contract because it was mentioned that we might want to bid this out, so I didn't know if we need to take a vote on that part of it, or do we agree to just go with what?
or wait till next meeting, let me,
Yeah.
we just,
about
just
we do
table
that?
it till
Yeah,
next meeting,
let's
so I
do
can,
Let's do
that
that.
way I can, on Julie's recommendation, I can go see what needs to
Yeah,
be
yeah, let's do that.
taken care of, and then
Made
at
several
that point,
attempts.
next meeting, things aren't right, then we can move forward, because we still have time, it's
Okay.
just pushing time, but we can do it.
Excuse me.
Let's do that.
I left it on, sorry.
I do now, we're
Sorry,
okay.
sorry.
All right.
There's worse things that happen.
Recycle short line plastic film separator.
All right, so I sent Julie, we can, I sent her a sole source for these 2 items, based on the fact that these are tailored to fit the sorting line and what's already been made. These are Barron Enterprises pricing, his things he makes, so anybody that would, if I put these out for bid, he's gonna be the only one that can actually for the, but I guess I need permission for that
They need
before,
the sole provider,
I just wanna be at a sole source. I didn't know if I had to bid it or I put it the sole source, so.
Sole source.
Okay, so I'm done with that.
Okay, we need to approve the agreement.
Make that motion.
Mr. Gay, is there a second? Mr. Harmon? Any
Which agreement?
discussion?
Yeah.
Supplemental, is that not the one we're on? No. Sorry.
You call it.
I'm just pulling.
I know what you're doing.
I'm pulling
I know what
rabbits out of
you're
my
doing. You're
hat.
just trying to get out of here so you can go on vacation.
Yeah.
We know what you're doing, Miss Shelley.
Sorry.
Already.
Just a couple more things if you don't mind.
Proceed.
Judge, since we're putting all this off. So,
Did we do
the
the bag
event was
breaker?
good.
Did we do the bag breaker? Short line bag breaker?
Source, single source.
Oh, both of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we need to vote on that, Julie?
That's what I thought I was voting
No,
on.
we're good?
Okay. I
Okay,
thought we were voting
so
on that.
our hazardous household waste event was a success. We had about 353 cars. So it evened out this year, not as much as it was last year, or of course, you know, at some point you even out. So I'll have them numbers hopefully here in a couple weeks. We started with Kentucky School for the Deaf yesterday. We had a blast yesterday morning with them. They were very excited to start their little recycling program.
That's awesome.
So-
Good.
And they will be at the recycling center on Thursday, doing their little field trip, so we're excited to have them. And just one more thing, because I basically want to put it out there to the public. Garrett County Conservation District has got a program going on Friday, September 5th, from 9 o'clock till 2 o'clock at the Garrett County Fairgrounds over on Camp Dick Road. Fencing from the farmers. You bring defense, we take off defense. So I'm gonna post it on social media. They're inviting all the neighboring counties. And you know, the farmers are always calling me, asking us to take fence, and we don't. So it's a good opportunity,
That's
and we
great.
thank Garrett County for conservation for doing that. So I will post it, and you all can share
That's
if you
great.
like.
Okay.
Anybody got anything for me?
You're
besides-
planning a recycling forum.
Yes, I am. We are trying to still work with the city of Danville's recycling. As we know, it's a disaster, but we are still working on it. We ordered some promotional things, hopefully to help their code enforcement. and ordered some reflective stickers for recycling cans and no garbage kind of thing.
Yeah.
Stickers. And then I've decided I'm going to host a public information session, forum type thing, and just make people aware of it, let them come in, ask questions, you know, why, all the whys and why nots, and hopefully with all the other stuff, it'll start coming together.
Would
No
you like to-
guarantees
Would you
at
like to
this
set a
point.
date? October 30th.
That's fine.
That's the only.
Day we had.
All the Tuesdays were taken. She's literally just now messaged me back.
Okay.
And she said the only Thursday available is October 30th.
Well, I guess it'll be October 30th.
So that's when it is.
Nobody changed Halloween.
Don't worry.
That's my wedding anniversary.
It's the 31st.
Is that your anniversary? Okay. Hey, we've done every date we know to do it.
We've sent in several dates, and that's the last one. That
So it'll be October 30th
Yep.
at Intercounty Energy
6 to
from
8.
6 to 8.
What
Mischief
you doing
night.
for their anniversary?
Maybe a few tricks up their sleeve.
Hopefully.
It'll be great, though. It'll be
What's
a
the,
good community involvement and being able to show people how to properly recycle.
Air burner? What's the?
The air burner, okay, so I have put in for the permit. We are going to train, hopefully here in about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Somebody comes from Florida, it's a certification type program, and to show us how to use it and all that other good stuff. So there's be 4 from my department, well, 3 including me. We will have 4 from the road department be certified, and then Sam's and Brian. That way, in case of disaster, we know how to operate it, and we're all on board, because that's our biggest thing.
Okay. Anybody from the city of Danville or no?
I haven't requested that yet.
Just curious.
Should we?
Is it our equipment?
It's our equipment,
I don't think so.
All right.
but that was my thought, but you know,
Yeah.
I would if you need me to.
I didn't know. I mean, I know we were talking about, putting it.
Yeah, I
in
think
or whatever.
probably our
I think that
employees
needs to
would
be
operating
our
it.
problem.
Yeah.
It's on our.
Sounds good.
It's on us.
Yeah.
Insurance-wise, it's probably good.
Yeah, yeah.
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 Anything, I've got so much going on that I'm just trying to keep
How was
it off.
Saturday?
Huh?
How was Saturday?
It was great. We had about 353 vehicles, something like that. It was very good.
Yeah.
It wasn't overpowered and wasn't under. Tom, of
Had
course,
one-
was one of the first ones in.
Yay.
Yeah, I didn't get my hamburger, but had that
You
one
gotta
truck.
get there at 10 o'clock. Radio, we don't go live till 10 o'clock.
Had that one truck that was on its axle.
But it was fun. We always have a good time.
It was fun.
Shirley come out and had to
Yeah.
pass out and socialize. I'll leave her to socialize, so. But everything was good. Everybody had a good time.
Yeah. Thank you.
You
Thank
guys
for
were
doing
really efficient. They were
That
tremendous.
company is very efficient. That's why they get the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take care of it. You don't have to worry about manifest or anything. They take care of everything, so no one gets hurt. So, that's all I got, unless anybody's got anything else.
Thank you, Miss Angie.
All right.
Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Have a good trip, bon voyage.
Thank you.
Think about us.
I will.
Us little poor people here working and this, now the next 2 weeks, every week and a half, when they say, we're gonna call the judge, say, go ahead.
You know what they say, when the cat's away, the mice will play.
That's right, we're all gonna play while you're away.
In this county, there ain't no cats away.
No, you got that right.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Okay, next up, we have our South Buster Pike Bridge Agreement. Yay! We were in a Zoom call, Master Cullen, myself, Julie.
HMB.
HMB, yeah, the architects were there.
KYTC.
Everybody was
I
there.
had everyone on there.
I've let Attorney Herron look at this. He doesn't find anything out of ordinary with it. So it's to begin, contract to begin to construct the new bridge, and we just need approval to move forward.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Master Cullen.
Second.
Second, Master Gay. Any
Do I get to have my
discussion?
picture taken with you holding that
We'll do that.
up? Do that one, Julie. Jeez.
All right, anything, you good with everything? Yep, all right. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion
Let's wait for the
carries.
pictures until we're driving across.
Yeah, driving across it, that's right. So along with that, we have a supplemental agreement in which Norfolk Southern is asking for an additional $5,000 for engineering services. So
Because
that
they
was all
broke it out so long, maybe.
part of the Zoom call as well. The previous cost was $20,000 and they're asking for an additional $5,000. They said they probably would not use it all, but just to have a buffer, they were asking for an additional $5,000.
Make that motion.
Master Cullen, your second?
Second.
Master
Is
Gay.
that is a not to exceed 5,000, is that
Well,
correct? Or
it's
is it-
just 5,000. Yeah, it's not a not to exceed, but it's a
To be determined.
5,000 and hopefully less.
Shannon, we okay with that?
All right, so a motion and a second.
Don't ask you, Julie.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Awesome. Next up, and I don't have, Julie, you may have the information on this. I don't have it.
Okay.
Approve the Fred County subdivide.
Basically, what we're asking is permission to proceed with subdividing the road for the Norfolk Southern property off of the Fred King property. The first step is for you to approve us to move forward, then we'll have the surveyor prepare the boundaries for Chris, and then we'll bring it to you to approve. So we need permission to do that first, to get that process started.
So moved.
Second.
Master Gay, motion, second by Master Sleeper. Any discussion on that? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries.
And
Thank you.
we're subdividing that to the EDA.
Yes.
Now, the city of-
Well,
City of Danville.
it's City of Danville because it will be a city street,
It'll be a road.
and they will have to maintain it. So that will be our
Contribution.
in kind
Yeah.
contribution, yeah,
Got it.
that we give to them. Okay, next up, Ms. Shannon, tax rates. Come on, Dave.
Okay. In your packet was the paperwork from the, I may not have included all of the paperwork, the worksheet.
No, we don't have the worksheet.
We, I brought it,
That's not the
the
worksheet.
finance committee met on the tax rates, and we, after the calculations, we're recommending to do the compensating rate of 5.6% for real property and personal property. And
Which is down from 5.8.
yes.
Right, which is down, yes.
But
Mhm.
again, the revenue stays approximately the same.
Stays approximately the same.
With the assessed property values.
Right. And then the motor vehicle, the watercraft, the distilled spirits, aircraft, and agricultural all stay the same.
I move we accept the tax rates as presented.
On recommendation from the finance committee?
From the finance committee, based on the treasurer's calculations.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Master Gay, second by Master Cullen. Any discussion on the tax rates? Shannon did a great job getting that done and meeting with the finance committee.
Ahead of time.
Ahead of time, that's right. All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. And then you've
I
got
have the monthly settlement was in
Okay.
your packets. Just wanted to know what's going on.
I like that. That's awesome.
Very good.
Thank you, thank you.
Have we heard from the auditors?
Last I heard, it was in final review. And they had it in review, and then they came back with some more questions and things, and then I've got all that to them. Now it's in final review, but I haven't heard anything lately.
All right, thank you. Okay, next, County Administrator, Ms. Julie.
I have a couple of bid discussions. The first is the picket fence bid for Constitution Square. This is for 180 feet. The only bid received was for $232,120, and we are recommending that we reject that bid.
That's a lot. Unless you all agree to pay that much.
I'd like to talk to the Heritage Council about the type of wood that we can use, and I'd also like to talk to the jail and see about
Because they said cedar or redwood is the only, is what they,
So let's
Heritage
do some
Council
more
recommended.
research, but we're gonna reject that bid.
Is that the recommendations, or is that,
That was what they said we would have to build the
Have to.
fence out of cedar or redwood,
So let's see what we can.
which we do cedar.
right?
All right, so we need a motion to reject that bid.
I'll make that motion.
I heard Magistrate Ellis first, I'll give you the second, Magistrate Cullen. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion carries.
The second bid I have is for the courthouse janitorial maintenance service contract. The bid came from McKinney's Cleaning Service at $64,000. I'm asking for your permission to sign this agreement.
So move.
Second.
Have a motion by Magistrate Gay, second by Magistrate Cullen. Any discussion on the janitorial and maintenance services bid and agreement? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion carries.
The third thing I have, it came in just yesterday. Normally I would wait, but this is a no-brainer. Our tax credits that we received for the roofs at Constitution Square is $45,030.92. We bid that out to see what we could get to sell those. Farmers Bank came in and is buying them at face value at $45,392.20.
That's great.
That's kind of a no-brainer. I've never seen that ever.
Do we need to approve Farmers
So I
Bank?
do need
Okay.
to approve that.
That's awesome.
All right, do we have a motion to approve the bid from Farmers Bank? Magistrate Sleeper, second by Magistrate Bowden. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. All right, we'll go into our magistrate reports, and we will start with,
Judge, may I make a request?
You may. Yes.
Due to a miscommunication on the timing of the meeting, we do have Dr. Stephanie Boone from Rural here with us, and could she have like 2 minutes?
oh, sure, yes, yes. I was wondering who she was, so yeah, thank you, thank you.
Good morning. I know it's been a year since I last came here, but I know Brent Blevins came in and talked.
He
and
did.
So I appreciate, I actually thought this meeting started at 10, so I left Louisville at like 7:30 this morning. So I apologize for not being here at 9. But thank you, Mr. Sleeper, for getting us on today. No. It's totally mine. I should have checked the agenda. But I know Mr. Blevins talked to you all. We have been working with the city officials and Mr. Coffey and Tommy Barton over at the Park and Rec Department, and we are going to be rolling in our mobile exam unit in 2 weeks, and it's going to be parked for 8 or 9 months in Millennium Park. And so we are going to be hosting an open house. We're going to invite media, the community to come through and actually, if you want to pass these around, come through and look at the mobile exam unit, see what, if you are interested in participating, you can walk through it, ask our staff questions, ask me questions, and so we're just really excited again because everyone has been just so welcoming here from the community. And we're going to be recruiting about 855 people from Boyle and Garrett County.
Wow.
And so we're asking people to voluntarily come to our mobile exam unit, spend about 2 hours with us answering epidemiologic surveys about their health status, health behaviors, and we're offering free exams to look at subclinical cardiovascular disease factors. So we have a mobile CT scanner on the unit that looks at coronary artery calcium. We have an echocardiogram looking at heart function, spirometry looking at lung function. We're giving everyone CBC results from blood draws. And then just so everyone is aware, we are governed by an ethical review board at the university level. And so when someone comes in, basically we remove all we retain identifying information, but we remove all of that from our data sets. So everyone becomes an ID number, and we report our research in aggregate, so like group numbers and not individual numbers. And so we're really excited because we've just reached 4,000 participants across 4 states, and we're finishing up in Perry and Breathitt County right now. We've been parked, we've been working with Scott Alexander, and we've been parked at Perry County Park since January of this year. And we, as of Saturday, have seen 708 participants between Perry and Breathitt County. And so this has been life-changing for some people. Some people have found things and followed up with their doctors. You know, with that chest CT scan, unfortunately, they're capturing a lot more than just what's going on with the heart. And so some people have actually found masses, unfortunately. But again, this could be life-changing for people. So these are
they
things
wouldn't have known otherwise.
Yeah, so we're trying to, you know, explain like, well, what is it about population health research that kind of connects back to community health? And so that's kind of where my team and I have come into play with community engagement and working with our community advisory board, Mr. Sleeper, Angie's on our board, and really trying to figure out how we can disseminate this information and talk to people about how this actually advances science being part of a population health research study, but also how we can give back to the community and kind of help with projects to help improve community health by disseminating this data. And so, you know, with 855 people between the 2 counties, again, this is going to be representative in terms of like distribution of age, sex, gender, race, as well as distribution within the county. So we can actually give prevalence estimates for some of these risk factors and health outcomes. And so I'm hoping to work with community organizations to say, hey, this is our data, you know, how can we help you use this data to either improve upon programs that you're already doing or write grants to get additional programs. And basically, you know, we're here, we're not going to just research and leave. And so, you know, I've really been fortunate to just work with such wonderful people and meet wonderful people that work, that live and, you know, work here. So
that's great. So you will take into account local things.
Like yes, so contextual
to the county. Okay.
Yes. So we are going to be able to look at various environmental factors down the road. Yeah, so there's publicly available data for area level estimates, and I personally, as a researcher, am not interested in that, but other people will be able to use the data and connect to publicly available data at the area level to look at like the ecological relationship between what's going on in the environment and health outcomes. And so my particular interest is in cardio-oncology. So I think I mentioned that before. So what happens after people are diagnosed with cancer and developing cardiovascular disease after cancer is my particular interest. But I've been very fortunate to be involved. I'm from Kentucky. You can tell by my accent.
No.
I know. I'm from Kentucky, Louisville, but I was able to do my graduate degree at U of L and then stay and do this kind of work in the state that I love and that I've grown up in. So it's been quite the experience, and we've been talking about this for 4 years because we've gone through every other state, and now we're in Kentucky. And so we're rounding up the study. We're hoping to have about between 46 and 4,700 individuals total between the 4 states, which is Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, and Kentucky.
You mentioned media. If you would call Joselee, she'd be
Thank you
very
so
interested
much.
for the advocate messenger.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to be on the Joe show next week. So,
Oh, nobody
a lot of
listens to
interviews.
Joe.
Nobody listens? Okay.
Everybody
good, then I can say whatever I want. Nobody will care. So yeah, you can actually sign up or tell if you don't think you would be eligible, you can let your neighbors know, let you know, your kids know, whatever. We're recruiting between the ages of 25 to 64 and really thinking about young to middle-aged men and women because things are happening earlier nowadays. We're finding that incidence of chronic disease is going up in younger populations. And so trying to figure out what's happening in the body before symptoms actually occur is one of the big pieces of this study, okay, and how it changes over time. And so we have a link tree. My graduate assistant, who knows way more about social media and all of that than I do, has this links to our Instagram, our Facebook, and a volunteer interest form.
Awesome.
We're also mailing letters. We have a commercial mailing list, so we did a randomization, and so some people might actually be getting mailed letters to be invited, or you can sign up through the link in the app.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming and
Thank you
sharing
so
the
much
news
again.
and-
I'm sorry that I wasn't here at 9 o'clock, so I
So this is
appreciate.
this is all private information. It
Is.
Yeah.
Yes, so everything is kept confidential.
But someone will get they'll get like information back on if they found something.
Yes, sorry, I have so much to say that I failed to mention that. Within a week, you will get a letter with all of your results that you can take to your physician, or if you need connections to a physician, we are working with various people to say, hey, I'm meeting with the CEO of Ephraim McDowell next week. Like, who can we refer people to? Melissa Grubbs at Ephraim McDowell took us to, I felt like she's the Energizer Bunny, I'll tell you that. She is great. But we went to 10 different offices between Boyle and Garrett to explain to physicians what we're doing and the fact that we are not trying to take clinical revenue or it's not a clinical study. We're not trying to take patients.
Right.
And so we're giving this information back. We also
Actually, a
have-
benefit to the physicians.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Because it costs so much money to go get these individual exams done.
Yeah.
So
But if they
it's,
find something.
Oh, so yeah, so that we have a red flag protocol. So within a couple days, you will get a phone call if any of these results are at the threshold or below or above, whatever the indicator is for a red flag.
Joselie just said she's watching us and she will be glad to talk to you.
Am I talking too fast? That's another thing I think that's unique to Kentucky. We're all like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's great.
Thank you all so much
Can't
for
wait.
giving me a couple minutes of your time.
Yeah, appreciate you being here.
Yeah,
And thank you, Magistrate Sleeper, for
Have a good vacation.
helping get this organized and bringing it to Danville. I mean,
She's always on vacation. This is just scheduled.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we will start with our magistrate
Miss
reports. I cannot talk today. Let's start with Magistrate Harmon.
Nothing.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Watch the big hole by McDonald's.
Oh, my
I
gosh.
think it's a bottomless pit.
Yeah, okay.
You'll lose your wheel and tire and everything.
Big Mac.
Huh?
Lose your Big Mac.
Lose your Big Mac.
It takes more than a Big Mac to pit.
What's the latest on that steakhouse?
I don't know.
Haven't seen any dirt moving.
Oh, dear.
It's been approved, so
Hopefully soon.
It's in the
hopefully
White
soon.
House.
Qdoba has their
And that's
sign up.
Texas Roadhouse?
Good.
Yep, your favorite, Tom.
Good.
Yeah, your favorite. So you got 2 new restaurants coming in your district? Yeah. All
What we
right,
need.
that's what you need. New place for you and Patsy to go.
Had to eat away from them.
All right, Magistrate Cullen, you're next.
Magistrate Sleeper and I met with Sheriff Bottom and Deputy Sheriff Kyle Lyons this morning for our sheriff's quarterly committee meeting. We had a conversation with them on side-by-sides and just to kind of get their information and their take. We did advise them that at this point they need to discuss, with their deputies that we've not done anything as of yet, besides having the conversations we've had, and so that if they're seeing people out there, they just kind of educate people at this point that the Boyle County hasn't done anything. We need to still get with the cities to see what they're going to do, and go from there. They also talked about possibly taking over tax collection for Parable, which would be good for Parable and for Boyle County Sheriff's Department. They have 4 openings they're currently interviewing for. We also discussed deputy take-home vehicle policies and asked them to maybe go ask some of their peers in various counties on how they do those, since we're now getting all these new cars coming in. And then we also discussed the new first responders building and kind of asked them, asked the sheriff, how involved he's been in it. He advised he hasn't been involved in it. And he had a lot of different concerns about the layout with what they're coming up with. And so
He and I were supposed to meet
Friday.
yesterday. Yeah, Friday, I guess it was, yeah. And we didn't, so.
Yeah.
But we do have a meeting scheduled for September 11th.
Yeah, and I was added to that as well.
The whole meeting, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
All
try.
the magistrates.
Yeah, and that's one of the big things that we talked about with this whole new building is making sure that they are involved every step of the way.
And they will be, once we get through all the preliminary, we're gonna bring all the departments in.
What do you mean through the preliminary though?
He's just making sure the site will fit.
Will fit, yeah.
But the design that you saw is just
I haven't seen the
kind of
design.
placeholders, just saying this
I
is
don't know
how
if-
many
Oh, you haven't seen
offices.
it? Okay.
I don't think any of us have seen a design,
Okay.
have we?
Right. I didn't know if
You will.
you had seen it. But,
Yeah. So the first 3 meetings have just been trying to make sure the building's gonna fit on the property.
Okay.
And what could possibly, what it could possibly look like and what could possibly be in each building. There's 2 separate buildings.
So my only concern with that is that if they're designing something and the departments haven't been brought in,
They're not yet. They're just saying, they said we need 12 offices, we can fit 12 offices. And
They've
so-
met with all the department heads to
Yes.
get their
Yes.
programming
Yes.
needs.
Yes.
Yes, and now they're making sure the
So
building
they've
can
met
site.
with all of them
Yeah.
at this point in time.
Yeah.
And then they're
So
doing some
they,
geotechnical.
all the departments have been included one time.
Yeah,
And then we're gonna bring them all back again.
to know what they need.
I'm just waiting for a break so I can finish.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. So I wasn't done midstream and I started getting cut off, so.
Sorry.
So some of the sheriff's concerns were, yes, you can say that, we need 12 offices, but if those offices are not designed properly or put in right places, that kind of throws the whole, I don't think they can really design anything from there. If you're putting the sheriff all the way in the back on the 2nd floor of, that's where you're picturing his office, but, he kind of thinks that he needs to be on, say, the 1st floor up front. Those are things I think that the architect needs to know ahead of time. Or if you're placing, the corner in the wrong building, those are kind of things. I'd hate to get all this way and then figure out, oh crap, we got to design again, and now we're back behind the 8 ball because.
Well, we're not even that far yet,
I'm just saying.
but they will be brought in. They will have their day. They'll have their day in court.
Jason's right, because when we built Blue Cross building in 1974, the design was perfect until we got in there and moved 3 of the 11 floors and swapped them all around. So this is critical that it be done right the first time.
Yes, sir.
I mean, there's a design out there, right?
Well,
Footprint,
a footprint.
that's it.
That's it.
My 2 cents, I mean, not knowing, and I plan on being at all the rest of them, and I'm sorry I wasn't at the last one, but is maybe between now and then, have everybody look at that footprint and kind of give some
We've already
feedback.
met with Mike. Taylor's next. Brian and Eric, we'll put them where we need to put them.
We got a schedule.
We've already met with Mike and Tim. Taylor's next. Yeah. And he knows that I want to meet with him. I already talked.
That's what he said this morning. He said, he really wants to be involved in this, so.
Yeah, they will be.
Yeah, because it is a process, and right now, again, the first step is defining the program that goes in the space, and that's when they meet. So they met with all the department heads, and so you determine the program, and that's where they come up with, okay, the sheriff needs 14 offices, and where they get placed has not been determined, and then so then they start with, okay, we're going to need 2 buildings, 2 floors, doing the siting of the site, and just real basic stuff at this point in time. But I am serving on the committee, and we've been discussing the fact that the whole court will be involved in the process, but it is a process. And because the problem you get into is it gets too complicated if each one of us and each one of the department heads all keep throwing things at them, it becomes a mess.
Yep.
And so
Very
right now,
quickly.
it's gotta be a structured process in order to keep order, if you will. But everybody will get their say.
Yeah.
And the court will get their say.
As long as they're identifying issues early on, that you don't have to scrap the plan and start over, that's the, you know, want to make sure that, because there was a couple other, like, spots he saw on there for like EMA that he was concerned about. Or
Nothing is
Sam.
set in stone.
No.
In fact, at the last meeting, when they laid the drawings down on the table, we already changed some things.
Yeah.
So it will be a continuous,
And some geotechnical work is being done or
Yes.
has been done
yes,
to determine whether or not a basement can be
added.
at what cost. You know, a basement can always be added.
Yeah, but what would it cost to do it?
But at what cost?
How much rock are they gonna have to dig
And
out?
it's important to remember, today's cost is much cheaper than tomorrow's cost.
Yes.
So, you know, this is one of those things that we want to make sure that we have the ability to expand as our county continues to expand.
Right. Now, I've always taken the approach that you have to look at these type of projects at minimum of 50-year projects. So it's, you know, you have to really, like you're saying, you have to look out 50 years and know that you're going to be in this building for at least that amount of time.
This courtroom is a prime example.
Yes, definitely. All right, what else you got, Measure Cullen?
That's it. Oh, I was out at the, not to steal any thunder, but I was out at the Balloon Festival on Sunday, and while no balloons went up, it wasn't for a lack of trying. They really wanted to, but it was a fantastic event from where we were, and the crowd much larger than last year, and you know, I'm sure Paula and her group are going to have a, you know, what went right, what went wrong. I would encourage you to make sure you invite the Christian from the airport to that meeting too. I saw him the next morning. He was very tired. He stuck around a little late that night cleaning up, but yeah, just so they could get it from there. But yeah, it was great, and I mean, also next year if they had some sort of music festival along with it, part of it to go in
We've
conjunction.
already battled
Sure.
the bands.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure you guys are already. But yeah, it was well organized, great event. So
Thank you.
yeah, it's a beautiful day too.
Yeah, I'll tell them.
It was a very nice day. All right, thank you. Measure Guy?
We already talked a little bit about, I just need to.
Oh, can I time out?
Okay.
I never got to submit mine.
Oh, yes, and she just told me I would.
Yeah.
All right, we need a motion to approve Measure Cullen's report,
For Sheriff's
Department.
I'll second that.
Thank you.
Motion by Measure Cullen, second by Measure Gay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion carries.
All right, you good?
Oh, I just plan on interrupting you as many times as you interrupt me. I've got like 6 written down.
I had my hub coffee this
Go ahead, Measure Gay, quickly.
I'm wound up myself today. You didn't have his caffeine bar.
I threw away my little half can. No, okay. You're all right.
No, we already talked about the solid waste committee met, and we reviewed the contract extension and 5-year term, and we'll obviously at this point in time we're going to gain more information and talk about that again. But I do want to make a motion to accept the report from that committee,
Okay.
solid waste committee on that. And
I have
then
a
the-
motion by Measure Gay. Is there a
Yeah.
second? Measure Slaper? Did you say yes?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay. Motion carries.
And then the finance committee met last Monday. Manager Cullen, Treasurer Green, Judge, and myself, just to talk about the tax rate, which we also took care of that today. So we were recommending that we accept the compensating rates upon review. So I'll make that motion as well.
Okay, we have a
Finance
motion by
committee.
Measure Gay. Is there a second? Measure
Second.
Slaper? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed, nay.
And then I also want to echo Manager Cullen's comments about the balloons, and I was out there with grandkids and daughter, and son-in-law, and son-in-law's extended family from northern Kentucky.
Oh, awesome.
And because I wore my highlighter golf shirt, not thinking that I would be part of the staff, I got a lot of questions from a lot of
I knew we
new
needed
people.
extra volunteers.
From a lot of new people that were there, you know, but I think it was a great day. Unfortunately, you know, the weather, it's such a thing with the weather. Obviously,
Yeah.
the wind and
Tricky.
everything's got to be just right, as everybody can understand, hopefully. But I think it was a great event. The parking, having been there last year and getting in and out of the parking was much better. We were able to get in efficiently and out efficiently. So thank you to Junction City Matters and all the volunteers that were out there. And I also agree that they need to look at a little bit more entertainment and things spread out, because if the, you know, the balloons is always such a question mark, that'll be a big bonus if it happens, but having it more of a festival format would be good. And the food vendors, I'm sure, did well because the lines were big at all the food lines. So thank you to the people. And then I know we're going to talk about this at the end, but also personally want to extend my condolences to the Kaywood family. And I do consider, you know, I was fortunate enough to be mentored by John Kaywood, not only as a magistrate, but just as a community servant. And I appreciate his mentoring that he did for me.
Thank you, Mr. Gay. Mr. Sleeper.
August 18th, attended the Civil Air Patrol open house at the airport. Nice little event. They had some drone demonstrations and flight simulations, and I'm going to take some information back to our local schools to make them aware of that program, because they can start in 5th grade. So then also the EDA met also, and we just continue to work on the master plan for properties that we've purchased and such, so developing that. That's about all I can say at this point on that. So, shout out to the State Highway Department. We had a had a citizen who lost 2 tires on their commute to northbound 127 out near Melrose Avenue, and it was repaired the day after I reported it, so that was a pretty quick turnaround time. That's it.
Okay. Magistrate Ellis.
Thank you, Judge. Beyond protocol, I'd like to invite a gentleman who's outside who happened to be judge.
The one that we can hear?
Yeah, would you grab Tony? It was going to be my brief report, but Mr. Chairman, we need you.
Well, I didn't plan to make an appearance today.
Well, we couldn't hear you out there.
Yeah, we couldn't hear you out there.
Oh, really? Well, I'll tell you something. Well, your road department supervisor.
We are.
Great conversation.
We are, President.
Stand up there. No, you're coming on. I was going to talk 250th, but Mr. Chairman, would you, we're going our round robin now, and it's your turn.
You sure you haven't covered it all, Tom?
No, I haven't started.
He hasn't said a word.
When I heard you, I
He
thought.
deferred to you.
Well, you know it's time to speak, please take it.
Now, look. Well, let me just say this. Things are moving along really well.
Paula?
The good thing is, and we have 2 members here, and I hadn't seen you in a while. You gonna come back?
Maybe.
And we've had a lot of good input. I've gotten a little interaction. We have a number of core events now that some of you may have heard about that are established. I was just out at the park talking with Tommy Barton about where we're going to do that big concert July 3rd. And you'll be glad to know that the judge and I have talked about this, and she's totally on board with Eddie Montgomery. He's going to be in concert at Millennium Park on July 3rd. Maybe we get John Michael. Who knows? But
A guest appearance.
I'm in conversations with the management team. We're working out. There's a whole lot of things. If anybody's ever, you know it,
you know it, about riders and all the add-ons and things you have to deal with when a concert occurs and the band comes in, you gotta do all these things. However, we've got a good spot. I think we found the best spot in the park.
Good.
We just pray for good weather on July 3rd. But everything else, the film now will be March 17th. I just had to change that. I got to look at the calendar, and March 19th was the original date, and how I missed this being the fan that I am. But that's the opening round of the NCAA tournament, Thursday. So
maybe they postpone.
So Kentucky had a 50% chance of being on Thursday or Friday, I'm thinking, so I can't take a chance with 50, so we moved it to 17. Everything's good. We're gonna have a lot of good educational outreach to the schools. We've got a good group of people on our committee associated with the library and some other things that are really working on reaching the school kids, doing historic passports to go visit areas in our community that are historic and have some real relevance and meaning to what we're talking about, the birth of our country. You know, everybody in this room, I'm sure, understands what a vital role and a significant role this area played, not only in statehood, but in the westward expansion of our United States. So it's that big. And what we do here should be worthy of that. And that's what we're trying to do. And I appreciate the judge really standing behind me on it. And Earl and the city are right there too. And so let's see, we're having some other things. We're having the McDowell thing that you might want to elaborate on down at Center College in May. Pioneer Playhouse now is set to do the Iron Baby Angel for June 30th through July 18th. I'm thinking pretty right on that date. As part of this umbrella 250th commemoration celebration. We're going to do some things at Junction. We're going to do some things at Perryville. I'm in talks with KSD about some nice commemorative things that they need to showcase as part of our community. Because this whole thing not only is about celebrating the birthday, the 76th quintennial, but it's also to celebrate our people and our culture here and where we are now. So we got to try to work it all in. That's my task and that's our task as a committee. We can't do everything. We're not going to try to do too much. But what we're going to do, I hope, is going to be meaningful and entertaining and educating and commemorating what we're doing.
Tony, do you shoot right-handed?
Yes.
Okay, good, because I'm worried about you for the flintlock competition.
I'll be out of this by then. I'll be in good shape by then. But we're about to release a press release through the Convention and Visitors Bureau. That's now going to be the first sort of advisement to the community of what we're doing. You know, I've been to the city, I've been here a number of times, but the press release is going to have much of our information that I've conveyed to you today. And then we're going to have a booth at the Constitution Square Festival, our committee, which I was going to send the email out today. We got some rack cards being printed to hand out that day. So that would be a good spot to start getting people, you know, advised that this is coming up next year. Be ready to celebrate with us. There's lots of other little things we're doing too. So.
And I think the next big meeting, I sent you an email this morning, we booked October, what was that? 7th. October 7th at RECC.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
2 o'clock.
Good. And the events committee will have a little meeting in September that I'll advise later. But it looks like we've, in my visit to the park this morning, we've got a great place, I think, for the concert to occur. So that part's done. Once we sign on the dotted line for the concert, that'll be in.
Will they have food trucks out there for that?
We'll have food trucks out there.
Good.
Yeah, there'll be some logistical issues that we'll have to address. Crowd control, parking. Parking looks good from where we're choosing the spot to have the concert. I think will accommodate 5,000 or better, which probably will be better, I would think. The only thing that I didn't know starting this, and I don't think it'll play a role, it'll play something maybe. John Michael and Eddie are doing a concert at Rupp in December.
Yeah, their farewell.
Their farewell thing. So, now, we'll have lots of people who can't afford that $120 or whatever come to this thing 6 months later. those that are over there will come, because if they like them, they're coming. So that's the only thing that I didn't know, but.
Yeah.
What Tony referred to about the McDowells, because of the incredible prominence of the judge in the Constitution being formed after 9 or 10 conventions, with all kinds of things that will come out when we have this. Bob Gang, who came when we celebrated Judge Samuel McDowell 7 or 8 years ago, came with his right then 100-year-old father, who the Lord took when he was 103, World War II veteran. Bob is unsurpassed in terms of incredible knowledge as a direct line in lineage to the Judge Samuel McDowell. And he will be part of a panel. Then we will also have a bit of a Chautauqua all about the prominence that did open up the West for the United States. So that's one thing. And
we'll get into the Constitution Convention a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully have some original minutes, and we'll have someone on the panel talk about that whole process, as those 10 constitutional conventions, took 10 of them over a number of years.
Interrupted by a guy who really wanted to take everything from here to Texas time and time again, and the judge had to work around that to get it passed. So
Tom, you'll be interested to know that Sunday when I worked the fair booth at Louisville, that there was some people came by and we got to talking, and they are direct descendants of Samuel McDowell.
Oh, I hope they will come next year. That'll be
So you have a chance to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And the Long Rifle event on July 4th is going to be pretty neat. The parade, I'm shifting now. Once we get this concert down pat, we'll have time to do all the little incidentals and logistical part. I want to focus on the parade right now and start really planning, because everybody's going to have 4th of July parade. So it's hard to get vans. It's hard to get units that mean something, and so we're going to really have to work on that. Whatever we have, we're going to have.
Yeah.
But I want to make it as good as we can make it.
Yeah.
And so Melanie down at City Hall and Jack Hendricks is working on it, and Peak, and I'm going to get with them and meet with them. We're going to start. I'm going to put more focus on that right now.
And Tony didn't mention this, but it was his idea in the committee, and that is we're going to have some more contemporary things that have happened over the 200-year period. You want to mention any 1 or 2 or 3 of those?
The meaning,
the folks who have made Kentucky in subsequent generations, and featuring some of them and what they've accomplished, everything from Muhammad Ali to others that have.
Well, and we, of course, for us here,
right,
we want to try to focus on folks here. And we may talk some more about that if you have some other options there, people that,
that all have ties back to Kentucky is what I'm thinking,
yeah. Well, I'd say KHS and the Kentucky folks will be showcasing a lot of those. But if you think somebody here of national prominence or state prominence that really played a role in those years, there's some. We'll work on that. Samuel McDowell, me, and always has been, was the man. I mean, he was something. Yeah, Paul.
Pardon me. Do we have a time for the concert?
Well, I figure.
Is it going to be the day?
7, probably.
7, okay.
6:37, 7 o'clock. And there won't be any front band or anything like that. We'll just do them, and should be a great night, July 3rd. And then the staging area, I'm talking to some folks out of Monticello who do staging and sound and all that. They will keep the stage there, and there will be music the next day that Parks and Rec will then sanction for July 4th. So they'll use the same stage.
And what I was thinking of primarily, and it's you, Harold Edwards, the judge, and I've been a little bit involved. Now that Ted Steinbach has the Crawford House well on the way to renovation, there will be something on October the 4th, right at the time of the battlefield celebration. I know that's not 200 years ago or 250 years ago, but that's part of the thinking of everything that's going to be going on that will put Boyle County on the map during the 250th.
It'll be a year of events.
Yeah, and we, like we said, we're going to, the educational side of it, going to the schools, starting this passport program, doing those historic tours. That's another component of all this. There's a committee formulating a nice tour schedule.
Yeah.
And self-guided.
Yeah.
And, but that'll begin spring,
Yeah,
early spring.
Yeah.
And then the film will
Big
show
fall.
March 17th at the Arts Center, which is going to be a neat kind of kickoff because it portrays, from the battles of Concord and Lexington on. I mean, that was the first bloodshed. Now, that was 1775.
yeah.
But that kicked it all off.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was the first bloodshed between British and militia, U.S. militia, and it's a notable time.
Yeah.
And little did they know how all that would end up,
Yeah.
because that was a time when the signers and those militiamen, I can't imagine how they felt because they were facing the mighty British Empire, and probably all of them thought they were going to die.
Oh, yeah, I would have.
So,
Well, thanks for the report.
All
And
right.
you're welcome to stay and let Tom finish his,
Okay.
I will.
if you'd like
First of all,
to.
shock of all shocks.
is he a preserver?
Yeah,
Is it?
Shock of all shocks, they are actually paving Perryville Road after 5 years of commitments, well, maybe next year. So a lot of us have worked very hard to get that done, and there'll be some delays over the next several days, but it will pay off tremendously, even in light of tourism and the fact that we have sections of the safety lanes that there's more grass than there is in my front yard on Perryville Road. So that will look so much better and ride so much better as well. The next thing I'd love to do is congratulate Boyle County and Danville football teams for extraordinary wins this weekend. Peg and I were happy to be in Bowling Green to see the first touchdown of the year scored on the first play from scrimmage of the year. And apparently last night it was the JVs did the same thing. First play from scrimmage, they scored a touchdown, and Danville was just extraordinary. I wasn't there, of course, but outstanding, and had the opportunity at church because we hosted both teams for church service and lunch. Got to talk to the new coach, and he is a leader. There's no question about it. And this part's a little tough because just like Jamie, years ago when Peg and I first gotten here, I met John K. Wood, and I was bugging the fiscal court, hadn't even thought at all about running for office, but that's where I'd been in Frankfurt and Washington on legislative issues forever. And we met time and time and time again in the library and just talked about issues that were going on, and some are still going on. And he also shared with me a great deal about his service in Vietnam. And folks, I've always had the philosophy that there were dominoes going on the Pacific Rim, that our nation could be in a whole lot worse shape if nearly 60,000 men and women hadn't given their lives that we breathe free today. So that's my message.
all right, thank you, Manager.
Judge, if I may, could I comment too?
Sure,
I think it's highly appropriate.
You
because
worked with him,
I
yes.
served a long time. I've served a lot of fine public servants in my time, but John has always been in the upper tier. And he was always so thoughtful in what he did at this table, and in his role as magistrate. Careful thought given, always calm, his integrity and his decency always came through in everything he did. And I so respected him, and all of the great things, and I will say great things, that I thought this court did when I was judge, he has a real strong part in that. And just a great person.
Yes, he was. Yes, he
We're all
was.
going to miss him. This community's going to miss him.
Yes. Thank you, Tony, appreciate that. County Attorney?
No, you missed it all.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Bugner, I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
Getting all wrapped up in what all
I've got a
been
comment
said.
here that you won't want to miss. The balloons, we want to thank all the fiscal court and all the other sponsors. The Junction City Matters Group asked me to say thank you to all of them because it was tremendous support. And when the balloons didn't go up, we were sitting there, this is the first time the Junction City Matters Group did this, and we're not gonna go up. We knew we were fine with that because life over entertainment. But we were like, what could we do? What could we do? And I said, well, me and John could sing. And I said, but you might lose a lot, so we better not. So we decided that next year we'll definitely have a lot more entertainment. Have some paid, good singers there. We're just gonna look at all the things we did wrong. And one thing that Junction City Matters said they did was a sign got put up for the band, and the Arts Commission didn't get the sponsorship recognition that they did, and they were really sorry about that. But that as soon as we found it out, we took the wrong sign down, and the group announced that they were supported by that group every hour after that. And I mean, we had people there till 9:30. So it was good. We still did recognize them. We had so many volunteers. Those volunteers didn't get to eat. I mean, the lines were too long to take your volunteer. So we're going to replan a little place for them to get a little snack in between. So we had so many things, little hiccups. But overall, the most amazing thing, they said there's probably around 10,000 people. Nobody was complaining. I never heard one person like, those balloons won't go. They'd say, wonder why the balloons going up. But nobody was stressed out. They were having a picnic and just enjoying the nice breeze that kept the balloons from going up. But at least it cooled us off.
Well, that's a spectacle in itself.
I mean, everybody, the families were playing, so we're going to have more activities, which we had so many. And I keep saying it's the Junction City Matters team that did. Brianna, Vice Director, Brittany Kaufman, and Jennifer Puckett did so much for us, the volunteers that helped them. It's just amazing. We're decided definitely next year we will say, here's some more entertainment, but big sign saying weather, if the wind, is not right, if it's too much, we're, life over entertainment. Thank Wes Gaddis, which he is my son-in-law, but he sat out there and he rode that traffic in, which I think he does traffic and security, or he does a lot at UK, so he's got a lot of experience, so he did a great job. You bring that many people into this county and you're going to have a slowdown, it still moved really well. We still have t-shirts for sale. Junction City Matters has those cute. I should have brought one. I'll bring it next time. That they've still got some of those for sale with the balloons on it. And let's see. Oh, I've got 2 Saints at Thomas More. They had the first game, but I haven't got to go, so as soon as I can go to their game, it'll be exciting to watch my 2 Saints up there. And I think that's it. That's it.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate the report. Now we will go to Attorney Henry.
Yes. I was fortunate to be able to attend the Governor's Local Issues Conference 2 weeks ago, and had a lot of good speakers, but the one I thought was the best, it's kind of funny, it was from the Kentucky National Guard, and the person's name was Colonel Sanders. It was a female colonel, and which I found out the National Guard has a cybersecurity unit with them, and it's pretty big, and it was very interesting just learning about cybersecurity and attacks on different things from the health department to the county government. So one thing I liked, or what I heard, is they're willing to do, they do assessments for you. They'll come out, you got to get on the list because everybody wants them. So, I mean, I know we have an IT director, which we're very fortunate because a lot of these counties didn't have that at all. But I still think that it'd be worth our while to request them to come out and just do an assessment for us to help us even further. Because that's a great resource we have. We're very lucky to have that in the state of Kentucky. So that's what I got from there. And then last week I got to attend the Kentucky Prosecutors Conference. Really good. They had different classes on trial techniques and so forth. But the most interesting thing that we had a speaker, and he was the lead prosecutor in the, I gotta get it right because it's funny how they pronounce his name, Alec Murdaugh. That trial, I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with that, but that out in South Carolina, and he was the lead prosecutor. Wow. It was big because they have Netflix like series on that and everything, but he spoke very, very interesting. They made it where it was like at 9 a.m. on Friday morning to make people come, because I knew people would come to that. So very interesting. I was very fortunate to be able to attend that. So that's what's up with the county attorney's office.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Miss Julie?
I don't have anything else.
Don't have anything else? Okay, all right. Shannon, do you have anything left? Okay. Any last minute? Okay. All right, I will close this out. Monday, Labor Day, the courthouse will be closed. Some things to put on your calendars. September 11th is the investment use sale. To be out at the Extension District. I believe it starts at 5 or 5:30 for the meal, and then they go into the sale after that. The 21st is the County Employee Picnic, and that will be at Millennium Park from 4 to 6 p.m. And all magistrates are invited to attend. On September 30th, we will have a city-county parks meeting to nail down the plans for the pickleball courts. So that will be a joint meeting with the city, and it's going to be at the city, right?
October 30th.
Yeah.
October 30th?
September.
Oh,
September 30th. September 30th. That will be a joint meeting.
We can send an invite out for that.
Yeah.
Yes, we will. We just got the date decided yesterday or the day before, yeah. Did work the fair booth Sunday. It was great. Lots of people coming through. Sunday's not a real high attendance day, but there was enough people there to, meet some people and let them know about Boyle County, what Boyle County has to offer, and met a lot of Center College alumni. Either they were there or their parents would say, well, my son or daughter attended Center College, so it was good to meet those people and encourage them to come back to Danville and Boyle County and visit and, what all was going on here. Passed out a lot of pamphlets. Attended the GLIC conference along with Chris and several of the magistrates. And in your packet is an FYI, a checks register, just want to mention that. And then I'd like to ask that we adjourn in memory of Magistrate Kaywood. And I would also like to recognize and honor all the work that he has done for the Boyle County Fiscal Court. So we have prepared a joint resolution with the city. The city read it last night at their city commission meeting, and I would like to read it today at our fiscal court meeting. So this is a resolution honoring John Beatty Kaywood. A resolution honoring the extraordinary life of service of John B. Kaywood to the United States and to the Danville-Boyle County community. Whereas John B. Kaywood is the embodiment of a true public servant, a man who served our country with honor and distinction in the Vietnam War, where he was exposed to the long-term effects of Agent Orange and burn pits, carrying the burden of that sacrifice throughout his life. And whereas John Kaywood's commitment to service extended far beyond the battlefield, as he was elected to public office for 7 terms, serving with excellence as magistrate for District 6 of Boyle County, where he demonstrated wisdom, leadership, and an unwavering dedication to the people that he represented. And whereas John Kaywood was a respected and influential figure in the Danville-Boyle County community and was one of the original members of the Committee of 12, which was instrumental in initiating the community's Main Street program. And whereas John Kaywood's dedication to economic vitality and community development was further demonstrated through his long-standing involvement in the heart of Danville, where he served multiple terms on the board of directors and is chairman of the Downtown Business Committee. He was also a founding member of the Community Development Council, recognizing the importance of a broad-based approach to local economic development. And whereas John Kaywood was a steadfast advocate for addressing substance use in our community. As a representative of the Boyle County Fiscal Court, he championed the work of the Boyle County Agency for Substance Abuse Policy and was a vocal supporter of individuals who courageously overcame substance use disorders, celebrating their recovery and the programs that made it possible. And whereas John Kaywood's life was one marked by integrity, compassion, leadership, and a deep and abiding love for his country and his community. His tireless efforts, his kind and approachable nature, and his belief in the power of public service have left an indelible mark on Boyle County and will long be remembered by those who had the honor of working alongside him. Now therefore be it resolved that we do hereby honor the extraordinary life and legacy of John B. Kaywood, express our deepest gratitude for his decades of selfless service, and extend our heartfelt condolences to his family, his friends, and all whose lives that he touched. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be presented to the family of John Beatty Cawood as a token of our admiration and respect, and that his contributions never be forgotten by the community that he so dearly loved. So with that, I'd ask for a motion to adjourn. Magistrate Ellis, second by Magistrate Gay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. We're adjourned.